Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? Elephant Ambient, good to see you in the stream, bro. You've been here the last 3 days, I think. I think you hit all 3 since Monday. Today's Thursday, August 1st, guys. It is the month of August. Does it feel like it? Whew. Man, I've always got people in Discord every day. Someone this morning, they said, guys, it's the month of August. Can you believe it? And I said, no, not really. It feels like a dream. How long has it been since the announcement? Almost 2 years. 2017 BlizzCon. We're coming up. Yeah, dude. We're coming up on like 20 months of the announcement of Classic WoW. And it's finally almost here. Alpha Ambient, glad that you're in here, man. Today we're doing Classic WoW Speed Dating Episode 4. I'm hoping that we can get some people in on the chat and do a little bit of story time. Oh, man. We need to change up today's topic. But yeah, Elephant Ambient, what are you up to? What's up today? Let me see. I'm going to change the title, and then we'll jump right into things. Today's topic is... This is going to be more of a chill stream. Like I said, starting next week up, maybe if this thing gets advertised a little bit more, we can ramp it up and do some more edgy topics, get people in here fighting for one opinion or the next for a $20 Amazon gift card. But yeah, I'm glad everybody that's here has decided to stick around, get in here. Feeling good. It's episode 4. We're starting a little bit earlier today. The time, it's noon, 12 o'clock over here. I've been doing 3 p.m. the last couple days, but I'm planning on doing 1 to 3 Central Standard Time. And hopefully we can get some traction going. Let's turn this music down a little bit. Alpha Ambient, how have the streams been? And for the few others that are in here, how have the streams been so far? Y'all liking it? You like the format? Have the guests been good? Have I been a good host, a good bachelorette? Alright, let's see. I'll tell you what, man, speed dating is tough. It can be a little nerve-wracking. I've had a couple people come on lately saying they were a little bit nervous. I said, you can't imagine what it's like getting on here. It's not that bad, but man, every time I get on, I swear, it just all of a sudden it just gets hot for no reason. But I'm hoping today on our topic, I hope Storytime's a good enough topic. I really want to replay some of the last couple ones that we've done. If we had a wider audience, I mean, we could burn these things down to the ground. But yeah, yesterday's winner was Balakra, the Paladin. He was talking about his ambitions as a Paladin in Classic WoW. He wants to be a tank, and he leveled up a warrior. I think he did this on private servers, but he got all the way to level 60, and he realized... this isn't where my heart lies. I gotta go Paladin, and it blew me away. The guy viewed the game in this way. He's not playing for best in slot. He's not playing to put up the most numbers, be the best tank. No, he wants to be a Paladin, and the guy had crazy ambitions to have his Twitch channel set up as like a group finder so that he could end up gearing a lot of people that can't find groups, and he was going to be the tank. He's literally going to be the middleman. He could be a tank or a healer and get these groups pumping through upper and lower Blackrock Spire just to get them geared up so they can start raiding. So he had really good points yesterday. He won the $20 Amazon gift card yesterday. With that, he sold me on it. But today we're going to be talking about story time. So I'm going to start things off. Hopefully a couple more people will roll in. But I'll break the ice a little bit. If anybody wants to come on, you don't have to do a face cam. It's optional. If you do, you might get some brownie points. Might sway me one way or another whenever we're awarding this thing at the end of the show. But, yeah, story time, guys. What do you think about, what stories come to mind whenever you think of Vanilla WoW? And I don't think it's clear-cut either, because whenever I think back on the memories that I had, I was 9 years old, obviously 15 years ago. I jumped in 2005. A lot of my memories of what I think of Vanilla, I think are combined with Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. Just because the spirit of Vanilla, I feel like, was captured in those two expansions, and even the most seasoned players, guys that swear they played back in the day, I mean, they started at the end of Vanilla, started in Burning Crusade, started in Wrath of the Lich King, in what I consider the glory days. I mean, and they have fond memories of how the game used to be. But so, if you didn't necessarily play from Vanilla WoW, the 2004 to 2006 time period, you could still join in, chime in on this. Yesterday we had some people, we were talking about, I don't even remember what the plans and goals yesterday, but people, a lot, 2 or 3 out of the 4 people that came on said they'd never played vanilla WoW. They'd only played private servers, and so they had these big plans and ambitions. So it was neat seeing people from the private server scene yesterday. I made a point, like, they don't really have this unfinished business, kind of like I do. Like, coming back for Classic WoW this time around, the lifespan was so short. I was so young back in the day. I didn't get to accomplish, didn't get to do a lot of things that I wanted to. But man, these live streams have been cool, because I've even come to the conclusion, like, a couple of weeks ago, I wanted Classic to last, 5-6 years, so I could play through every class, I could experience everything, and I've come to the conclusion, a couple different ideas have popped in my head, like, dude, Classic WoW, I don't know if I'd want to play every class. I don't know if I could play every class. I pointed out that I think what you play really fits who you are. It fits your personality, and it's just it's funny how that happens. Anyways, guys, story time. Brian Anderson, very first legendary being shown off on Ironforge Bridge. Best memory. Nice. See, dude, and if we get some interaction like this, you're really gonna bring back some memories for me. I've got a couple written down, but yeah, if you guys want to chime in on your favorite memories, I'll totally be able to bounce back in this first 30 minutes of the show. Hopefully, like I said, if we get some more people running in here, we can get them in and out real quick. But yeah, the very first legendary being shown off on Ironforge Bridge. I don't remember the first time I saw a legendary. I think the first time I saw it was linked, and I saw a couple in chat, but man, seeing that orange text, yeah, it almost looks like a different orange color than I remember. Like, the first time I saw the orange text, it was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen any orange text in the game, and you rarely ever see it, right? So if you ever saw it on someone's character, yeah, it was a big deal. I remember, I didn't even have this written down. I remember running around Stormwind as a gnome warrior. I was doing my daily night run around the city, and I see this guy sitting on the bridge in between Old Town and the main district. And he looked really weird. It come to find out, I swear it was a game master. I mean, it had to have been. The guy was wearing Martin's staff, and I remember it was Martin Thunder, I think that was the name. But ever since that day, it was always a mystery. It blew me away. I was 10 years old. I didn't take a freaking screenshot, but I swear this guy had like that gray text. It wasn't legendary, and so that was even more of an oddity. But I totally remember this guy sitting there, and the equip text or the use text said, kill all enemies within 30 yards, cheater, right? And I was like, dude. And then my imagination just was flying after that point. So that was a neat memory that I got. Last good deed, graze for dizzy days. What's up, my guy? What's good? What's good, last good deed? Hey, chime in on here. What's one of your favorite? Not even favorite. What you got a good Classic WoW memory? You got any story time? I'm gonna be telling a couple stories today. I'm gonna have some people join in. But yeah, if you guys have any stories, memories, throw them in the chat. I'll bounce ideas off of them. But guys, I started off with the Dunmoreau music. Whenever I think of story time, like one of the first things that pops to my mind is that first time that I logged in. And guys, there was a time period, like I think it was the entire time period that I played initially until I quit in Wrath of the Lich King, but it was like this, it was like a euphoric kind of feeling. Like whenever I think about how the game used to play back then, it's different than how I view it now. Just because it's not new, it's not fresh. But for instance, that the first time I ever saw the cogwheel, whenever you go over a chest or a chair or a barrel, that's not as unique of an experience. But the first time I saw the cogwheel on a chest, it was gray, and I got close enough in combat, and I think it turned gold. I never ended up getting to it because I was a 9-year-old kid and I couldn't kill the mobs that were surrounding it. But yeah, that golden cogwheel around the chest it brings back to mind that euphoric feeling. I mean, it doesn't feel that way anymore. But yeah, Dunmoreau, this music brings me back every time. One of the first things I remember, I'll never forget it, is accepting that quest in Keranos, and the guy gave you a recipe for beer-boasted ribs. I wasn't even a cook, I never equipped it, but just the fact that he gave a quest reward that was a cooking recipe. I'll never forget the beer-boasted ribs. And I've got the WoW cookbook somewhere, but I want to do cooking streams at some point, and I think the beer-boasted ribs are one of the first things on there. But yeah, going back to Dunmoreau, I remember spending, I probably spent a month in the starting zone in Dunmoreau. Or no, I didn't, because I ran around and I got out of Dunmoreau as quickly as I could. But I ended up going back to Dunmoreau to level up, I'm sure. But man, even as a level 5, I was trying to get out of the starting zone before I could even be high enough level for the Keranos quest. But I remember running to Loch Madon or the wetlands, and I remember the tunnels in between. Dude, I swear, it felt like we were running in there for like 5 minutes straight. I think the one between Loch Madon and wetlands is longer, but for some reason those caves, those little tunnels, going from Dunmoreau to the grassy plains of Loch Madon, or it's kind of, I don't even know what you would call it. Quick play, hey, quick play. I'm so glad you're in here, dude. I'm doing a classic WoW speed dating session for everyone that's in here. You got a chance at a $20 Amazon gift card. We're doing story time today. So come on, give a 5-minute spiel, sell me on something. You get 20 bucks, Amazon gift card, going your way. You can get whatever you want. I don't know what you're having to upgrade before Classic comes out, but might be the easiest 20 bucks you ever make. Last good deed in Classic, my one goal was the Staff of Jordan. I grinded mobs and played the auction house every day for a year, saving money. Till that one epic where I was finally able to purchase the staff on the auction house. For me, it was the equivalent of full tier loot, and I felt epic. Yeah, dude. Yeah, quick play. If you want to get on, you don't have to do webcam, but it's optional. You just got to say what's up. You can just do audio. But last good deed, I like that. I like that Staff of Jordan was just in front of you, like that was your goal. And it was your in-game full tier loot. Tell me real quick, why was it so? Why did you want to get the Staff of Jordan? And I remember the Staff of Jordan too because I think it was the lowest level epic in the game, and that in itself was intriguing. Like that's why I wanted the Staff of Jordan, because it required level 35, and level 35s didn't wear epics, right? So I have fond memories of Staff of Jordan for sure. Ostranku Chacapuco. Hey, Grays. Hey, Drays. What's up? What's up? Have played off and on ever since through each expansion. Never has a moment matched those feelings of getting the Staff of Jordan. Doesn't it feel real? That's what I'm talking about. That euphoric feeling. That newness feeling. And it's okay that we're not going to feel that again, but dude, you're never going to get it back. You're right. Even with Classic, you're not... It's going to be different. It's going to be great, but it's not going to be that feeling that you're talking about. That's why Classic was superior. Yeah. Last good deed. Do you think you'll ever be able to capture that again? I really don't. I really don't think so. Quick play. Oh man, Staff of Jordan. I got stories on that. Quick play. Get in here, bro. Get in here. For me, it was the most achievable epic. Yeah. Did you ever hit level cap last good deed? It kind of sounds like you did. Or maybe you just grinded mobs at level 35, 40 until you had enough gold to buy it as a level 50 or something. So, achievable epics. I remember, man, that brings back another one. I remember being a warrior. Again, didn't hit level cap in vanilla, but I hit Zul'Farrak, right? And I don't know if someone linked it or how I found out about it, but someone told me that you could fuse those two swords that dropped off the bosses in Zul'Farrak and get an epic two-handed weapon. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Ever since I remember as soon as I heard about that, the next week I just spammed Zul'Farrak runs. I was in chat looking for group Zul'Farrak, just so I could get a chance at fusing those swords together and getting my, again, first epic. It never happened, but yeah, something about that purple, man, drove you crazy. You never capped or raided in vanilla? Yeah, same. Hey, what's up, Thor? What's up, Thor? Ostanuko Chocobuco, you said my name right and I failed spelling Grays? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you did. That's okay. I'll forgive you. Hey, quick play. Jump in here, for real. I need you to break the ice for everybody. We got some nervous people in the chat. That's okay. I mean, I don't ask you to get on, but you might be just the amount of encouragement that everybody else needs. Wish I could call in, but I'm stealthed at work watching the stream. That's all good, last good deed. I appreciate you being here and commenting, man. I had someone from work yesterday jump in on the speed dating stream, so it is possible. Maybe not at your work, though. No, dude, like I said, just glad that you're in here. Yeah, so until we get someone on, and Dunmoreau brings me back. Guys, not only Dunmoreau, I didn't level cap in vanilla. I didn't raid, I didn't do in-game PvP. One of the most nostalgic things, and I could talk about this for days, and I really haven't got to do this yet, but like wall jumping. wall jumping was such a big deal for me. I don't know why, but I wall jumped everywhere I could go. Of course, Stormwind was the #1 place. I think Stormwind was the best wall jumping place because people could see you, and it had the best jumps. Running into Stormwind, I didn't even do the one nowadays where you could get on top of the bridge or whatever in front of Stormwind. I'm talking about whenever you enter the city gates and before you take a left and go into the district, that big wall up front, people used to jump outside of that wall. You'd run into Stormwind, you'd see 5 people jumping up and down trying to get up that wall, and it was always, I always wanted to see what was at the top of Stormwind. I didn't know what it was, and that's why I hated flying. Was it in Cataclysm that they introduced it in Azeroth? I think Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, Wrath of the Lich King, they didn't have flying in Azeroth. But whenever they brought it back in Cataclysm, dude, so many of my memories and dreams kind of got crushed because I always wanted to know what was at the top of Stormwind. I wanted to know what was at the top of Ironforge. You know, if there was, I don't know what I was expecting to find, but just the fact that no one knew what was there, and if I could get there, it'd be super neat. So whenever Cataclysm came, dude, I remember a little piece of my heart being torn away because now I knew what was at the top of Stormwind, even though it wasn't the same as what it was in vanilla. And I'm sure it was nothing whenever you got there. It's all smoke and mirrors. Like if you go back and you're on private servers and you go and look at all these places, it's all just set up as a show. But anyways, yeah, dude, jumping in vanilla WoW. I've got one good story too. Thor, I'd jump in a bit, but I have strep, so I'm eating a giant bowl of pudding because reasons. Hey man, if you got strep throat, I don't want you to spread it. Spread it over here. Could you get into old Ironforge and vanilla? Yeah, you could. Last good deed. Check this out. I didn't realize that you could do it the way that I actually used to do the tactic without knowing it, like to an extent. Let me explain. In Ironforge, you could get to old Ironforge by glitching through walls, and I think you could do it a couple different ways. You could unstuck yourself, Alt F4, do that crazy trick that people do nowadays. That wasn't as known back in the day, but what people used to do is get into this little crook, this hole behind the mailbox at the bank, and whenever you got in this little radius of an area, it considered you in Dunmoreau, so it didn't consider you in the city. So if you and 2 people stood in that one spot, you could duel each other. Then you'd run around the corner and wall jump up to this corner and get yourself wedged in there, and you'd have the mage that you dueled polymorph you, and you'd walk through the wall, and then bam, you're in old Ironforge. I never did that, but I used to do the duel, and it was really neat because I remember these bugs, these hot fixes that they ended up putting into the game. I remember them before the hot fixes came, and so I love to think about like the time period. I wish I knew exactly whenever those hot fixes were established because I could trace back my memory to a certain time period. I don't know why that's fascinating to me, but I always want to know like when I played, what I remembered, like what time period was this memory in. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, that was part of some of the wall jumping stories. But yeah, I remember this might have kicked off the wall jumping, or I think I just discovered wall jumping on my own because I ran around and I tried to jump up mountains. You try and get into all these places that you probably shouldn't be in the first place, but that's just what you want to do if you got thrown into World of Warcraft back in the day. I remember I'm sitting in Stormwind, again, doing my daily run. I swear I ran around Stormwind time and time again for no reason. But I remember reading the chat, and the chat used to always be popping, dude. Like, and if you get onto WoW nowadays, I don't know how it is, but I know that the last couple times I've played World of Warcraft, the chat wasn't anything like it used to be. It used to be alive. There used to be conversations going on. There used to be crap talking going on. Like people used to link certain items in chat for puns. The world was so much more alive. But I remember one day reading through the chat, and this one guy's like, "I'm under Stormwind." I remember that specifically. He was just gloating to everybody, "I'm under Stormwind." And so I whisper him, I'm like, "No way." I'm like, "What does that even mean? How are you under Stormwind?" And I wait, and the guy goes, I get a purple text back, man, and that purple whisper chat gets me every time. But I remember seeing that purple chat come up, and he's like, "Come here." I'm like, what are you talking about? Come here. I don't even think I knew how to group up at this point. Like I said, I was just chilling in Stormwind. I wasn't into doing all the quests and killing and grinding mobs and actually progressing. The world was so massive, I wanted to just explore. And the fact that it was popping in Stormwind, that was a lot more fun than just questing and being in the zones. I don't know why. It's just 9-year-old me. This guy's like, come here. I don't even know what's going on. He invites me to a group, and I'm like, oh shit. So he brings me over to that place. It's the Stormwind District. It's that first meeting area, and you guys know by the torch. He's like, watch this. He jumps a couple times, gets himself wedged up there. He gets on, and I think he waited for me. And I get up on the torch. Now I'm standing there. I'm like, oh snap, you know, like, we must be there. He's like, watch this or follow me. And the guy takes a couple steps forward. No. He told me, and because I told the story recently, but he told me, he was like, jump. I'm like, no way. And I'm like, dude, I'm not jumping. He's like, all right, watch this. So he jumps, dude disappears, and I'm sitting there going, like, you know, jaw hit the floor at this point. I jump, and then all of a sudden, just world changes, turns gray. Falling under Stormwind. I hit the ground. I thought I was gonna die. Now I'm looking around and just mind is blown at this point. And I'm running around, and there's not much down under Stormwind. But I probably spent the next hour down there. But guys, I remember I took it to the next level. There's a couple holes under Stormwind, if you're familiar, if you've ever been down there. And curiosity killed the cat. Have you ever heard that term? So I'm looking at these squares. You know, if you jump down under Storm, if you go to the right, there's these two big boxes cut out into the ground, and it just falls into nothing. And like I said, curiosity killed the cat, and I couldn't help myself anymore. My brother wasn't around. He probably would have talked me out of it, but I couldn't take it. I went ahead and I said, you know what, I gotta find out what's down there. I jump. I'm looking up, you know, then all of a sudden the world kind of just disappears. You know that and if you do it on private servers now, it like teleports you somewhere, but like I'm jumping, free falling, I'm waiting for something to happen, and then it just kind of like, the whole game shifted a little bit, and now you can't see anything, and now my character's just free falling. Now I'm like, oh crap, like I'm stuck. I'm like, all right, you know, escape, log out. It's like, you can't do that now. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, exit game. It's like, you can't do that right now. I'm like, oh shit, I messed up. And the first thing that popped into my head, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to open a ticket. I'm gonna have to talk to a game master. He's gonna know that I glitched. He's gonna know that I'm somewhere I shouldn't be. He's gonna ban my account. I'm level 15, like, you know, I don't know what level I was. One of the most terrifying moments I ever had was jumping into that hole in the Stormwind and thinking that I was stuck. I don't remember how I ever got out. I think that I ended up turning the computer off and on. I didn't even know about Alt F4 back in the day. Turned it off and on, logged it back on, and surely my character was dead. But I didn't want to log off. I couldn't log off. Couldn't exit the game. Probably for 20 minutes. I went and got my brother freaking out. Like, Jordan, what do I do? He's like, I don't know, you're screwed. He probably egged it on too. He's like, you're screwed. You're getting reported. You're getting the boot, man. That's one of my favorite stories. Gray, you got some suitors in Discord? What you talking about? You talking about Thor? Hey, Nay Smoke, what's up? Last good deed, Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Wind Seeker, spamming is a good memory. Yeah. I'll jump on 3 minutes. Alright, quick playa. We're almost there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our first contestant on the Classic WoW Speed Dating Series, Episode 4. We got $20 on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, dude, that was a pretty good memory. And I know that there's... Everybody has a story like that. Everyone's got some crazy stories, so I'd love to hear them. Either type them in the chat or jump in my Discord. Join the stream if you want. Nay Smoke, you trying to find the love of your life? You know what, Nay Smoke, I am. I am trying to find the love of my life, at least in the realm of Classic. I've already found the love of my life, though. Believe it or not, I'm engaged, getting married next year. So I've already got things going for me. I was talking about this yesterday. Everybody that's dating, everybody that has a significant other right now, I wonder how many people, how many guys are contemplating. Classic's coming up, man. 25 days. Should I just call it right here? Whew. I can't really do that, but I know that there's some people. I wonder what some guys are thinking. Let me see if we can get quick play on this story time. Guys, we're gonna be doing this for the next hour and a half. You got your chance at 20 bucks. I'd love to get as many people in here as we can. All you gotta do is come give a 5-minute spiel on your favorite story. I gave a couple of my own. If you know who I am, you probably know what I like. You might have a better chance at getting that 20 bucks. But let's see. Let me message quick play to see if he's ready. Brian Anderson, congrats on Engage. Thanks, man. Thanks. It's been a roller coaster of a ride. It's been almost 2 years now. No, it's been a year. It's been just over a year. It's gonna be 2 years by the time we get married next year. Man, I can't even think right now. Quick, if you're in here, bro, shoot me a DM and we'll get this call going. All right. There we go. All right, guys, we're about to have our first contestant on. Actually, a really good friend of mine. Quick player. This guy that's about to come on, we're actually going to be dual leveling together whenever Classic launches. And this guy's more hardcore than me. If you've been following me, I'm pretty hardcore. I'm planning on getting 2 level 60s literally in 2 weeks for reasons. I've got certain plans, certain things I need 2 level 60 characters maxed out for. And I want to do it as quickly as possible. But this guy that's about to come on, he's going to be my dual leveling partner. And he's an absolute beast. I'll actually let him introduce himself halfway before I spill all the beans. We got him in the call right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the stream the first contestant on the Classic WoW Speed Dating Series Episode 4 Story Time, Quick Playa. How's it going?
What's up, dude?
What's up, Quick? Hey. I'm doing well. How are you doing? It's good to talk to you, man. The last time we talked was, what, a week ago? Ironing out our leveling plans?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Does anybody, everyone that's watching in the chat right now, do you guys have a dual leveling partner? Are you ready for launch? What's the deal with that? Are you going solo? Are you grinding the first week? I'll tell you, me and Quick Play, we've already... We've made a 1 week commitment. I think we're going 40 hours on the first stream, which is gonna be insane. Oh, sweet! I'll put your face in here quick, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for this 20 bucks today, man. We're getting face and all. All right, this should be good.
Oh yeah. No green screen needed.
Let me make sure you're lined up.
Just see all my messy background.
Oh no, that's good.
I'm in the basement. Hey, you don't play
Nice.
WoW unless you're in the basement. You know?
That's awesome. Dude, it's nice to have you on, Quick. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So today's topic is story time. You got any spicy stuff for me? I mean,
yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. Maybe I'll bounce some ideas. You'll refire up some memories, maybe with whatever you give me, and hopefully I can do the same.
Vanilla-esque or in general?
See, and like I was saying earlier, a lot of my memories are vanilla, TBC, Wrath of the Lich King. I consider all of it the glory days. I think a lot of my memories, like, I didn't hit level cap in vanilla, but...
Pre-cata.
Yeah, pre-cata. And that's fair, because I think a lot of people are going to fall into that category as well. But I remember, like, even running...
Category, I get it. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Even running, like, Sunken Temple, I swear that was in Burning Crusade. But, anyways... Yeah, so what's the number one story that you tell people that you're trying to get playing World of Warcraft? What do you talk to them about? What do you tell them? Why is this game so great?
The people that have played WoW, like the whole exploration outside the boundaries of the game space is awesome. Like, as you know, I'm a big proponent on like exploring just to explore. Like, Dopefish, if anybody remembers Dopefish. I know we talked about it a little bit before.
We've barely talked about it, so I'd love to hear it again.
Okay, Dopefish. Does anybody know Dopefish? Well, he was like the original OG of exploration. Like he was, I think, he made like a team, like a WoW team, that like a guild, you know, like
Sure.
WoW guild of just explorers, people that are breaking the game, even down to like model changing the files so that you can like get to other places that you normally can't get to. Like
Yeah.
back in vanilla, security was like meh, you know, wall
Yeah.
walking was a thing. But far as like security goes and modifying client game files, he would modify um, like instead of like a pillar in Stormwind, he would change the file of the pillar to make it be a staircase.
Oh,
So
wow.
he could literally just walk up the pillar,
Wow.
but it was client side only. So he sees a staircase, but everyone else on the server sees this person floating in the air, like
Right.
up on a diagonal. And you're like, how the hell are you doing this? And he's just walking up a staircase. He's like,
Right.
oh, I'm just walking up a staircase.
Right.
But he would modify values and stuff, and it was
Wow.
kind of I don't like Blizzard, please just you got it all
nobody's
squared
watching.
away. You know it was a thing, so not saying it's coming back, but
Right. It's awesome.
he would modify game files and then he would record videos, and I think him and his group was the first people to post YouTube videos on exploration. So exploration is Dopefish. Dopefish is exploration.
I
He
remember you
was the
saying that.
one to find the first way to get to blank. GM Island, okay?
That's disgusting.
Or under Iron Forge,
Yeah.
multiple different ways. The dueling way where you sheep through the door, or the way where you go on top of the gear and only a smaller model like a gnome can fall through, like very specific. And he would do guides and stuff too, and make these really awesome, amazing YouTube videos. So if you guys haven't checked him out, I mean, he's not I don't know if he's alive anymore. I don't know. It was forever ago, man. This game is so got a history, man. Like,
Yeah.
but he's Dopefish on YouTube, pretty awesome. And I was actually going through, because I saw that you were talking about exploration.
Yeah.
I was going through my old school game files on my other hard drive, and yes, like an IDE hard drive, like with a ribbon. If you're a computer guy, like not SATA, not solid state, IDE, slow as heck. Ribbon. I had to find like an adapter to like hook it up into my computer so I could pull up old screenshots. So I got some screenshots.
You have some?
Yeah, I do.
Dude,
and
share it
it
with
brings
me.
back a lot of memories too, so which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. Here, let me see if I can throw it in between us real quick.
And it's actually from Retail WoW, so no private servers or anything like that. So everything you see is legit. Let me see if I can find some of them, but most of them were exploration. Let's see if I can find it here.
Yeah, if you can find it, I'll pull it up. For now,
Okay.
we're gonna have you down right here. No, that'd be sweet. So you talk about Dopefish a lot. He inspired you to do some of your own exploration. Like, what were some of the cooler things that you got yourself into?
He dabbled in. I was on Emerald Dream server back in the day, and everyone knows Emerald Dream because of Swifty, good old fashioned Incredible Warrior Tricks YouTube video, like the legit OG. I was in Swifty's guild at the time,
That's nasty.
and so like Emerald Dream is where it was at back in the day, like RP PvP. So you got the whole weird Goldshire up in the upstairs in the Goldshire kind of role playing, if you know what I'm saying. And then you also have the PvP. If you're red, you're dead. Let's destroy everyone for the Horde Emerald Dream aspect. So it's pretty cool. And then you have Swifty, which he was Alliance side. He was Night Elf at the time. So we had a really good clashes. Lots of raids on Iron Forge. Lots of raids on Stormwind.
Oh, that's sick.
And we were so cocky, we even told people on the forums, we're coming this day, we're coming. And it was just like people at the gates charging in on mounts. Like, it was amazing. And then there was always a couple of those rogues that sneaked in the back or whatnot. And exploration, far as exploration, when it came on those raids, being able to get on top of a lot of the buildings in Iron Forge, or lots of up in the like an Orgrimmar, like getting on top of all the stuff, because this is you couldn't just fly, right? Like you could wall walk, get on top, and all of a sudden there's like a group of 5 mages. You walk by and you just get pelted with fireballs, and you die instantly. Skeletons everywhere. I mean, it was amazing. Actually, I have some.
Sweet.
Let's see if I can find. See if I can find some pictures of the raids that we used to do.
Yeah, no, I'd love it if you could. You can share the screen whenever. But no, this is the perfect topic for you. We've talked about this very minimally. Like we just haven't had time. We've been fleshing out our dual leveling route, guys. Quick Play. He's gonna be streaming on Twitch. You don't have a YouTube, do you?
I do.
You do. Well, go ahead and
Quick Play.
plug him in. If it's just Quick Play, I can pull it up. I'll plug you since you came on. But yeah, me and Quick Play, we're gonna be dual leveling the first week of Classic WoW coming out. Like I said, this guy is more hardcore than me. He's pushing me to the limits. We're going that 40-hour first day stream. The only reason. Oh no. I think we were gonna go 48. The only reason I'm going 40 hours is because I have class on Wednesday that I can't skip. So I'm already skipping my Tuesday classes. But I just need to go to a 50-minute class, and then I'll go to sleep right after that, and then hopefully 5 hours later I'll be ready to go for our second session. But yeah, man, Quick Play is the OG friend. So if you guys want, let me see if I can pull up your Twitch. Absolutely give him a follow. We're going to be playing together anyways. You'll see this guy again, like I said, that entire first week. He's been... Dude, talk to us real quick about your private server experience. Like, how much dual level... Or not even dual level. How much solo grinding you've done.
Oh, mad solo grinding. Like, in private servers, like, as you guys know, like, the values of monsters and armor values and HP values is all different in private servers versus retail.
Yeah.
But... I find like it's almost like a little bit of a different experience. So I would find grinding spots and just literally just balls to the wall, just disconnect and just grind and speed level that way in different grinding routes. And private servers, I don't even know if I should touch on that subject, but
that's all right.
do you think? Because I found
no, we don't have to. We don't have to.
Well, I mean, private servers are a dime a dozen, you know. So they pop up, mega servers, 15,000 people, we all play, and then all of a sudden it starts to trickle down a little bit, and then you move on to the next. And when it starts to trickle down, and you've been playing World of Warcraft as long as I have, or you find other ways to play the game, you know, like other ways to explore, or maybe even be a little naughty.
I'm catching your drift. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I found ways to level characters efficiently and as easy and brain dead as possible. That only work on private servers, by the way. It does not work on Blizzard servers. So, you know, exploits and stuff. That was so fun. Not only just exploring, but exploiting things back, and even on official servers, exploiting. I've have on my YouTube video, you have at Burning Crusade, there was an exploit on live servers on Emerald Dream where you could trick your character into flying, like swimming. You could make your character swim in the air, and you could cast spells and everything in the air. So I was a mage.
Yeah.
So I was God mode in the mage. I was flying up in the air in Area 52, ganking people when they're trying to get into the Botanica. Or
that's wild.
It was awesome. So there was lots of ways to do that, and private servers even more so. There was lots of little exploits.
I'm sure. Well, and I'm sure it was such a rush, dude. Like for people that did do exploits, like Dopefish, these guys got a thrill out of exploiting the live version. Like I'm sure private servers are cool, but man, can you imagine doing it to real Blizzard?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not condoning this behavior, but like, man, for the people that did do this, that's what they live for. I'm sure. Figuring all these huge exploits out, leveling people instantly. Like, dude, there used to be a video. Oh man, this goes into story time as well. I remember a YouTube video back in the day. I totally got rickrolled. This he's like, how to get a level 60 how to get a paladin to level 60 in under a minute. And so he gets a human character. And dude, y'all might remember this video because I swear it went viral. He walks to Goldshire. He sits at a certain chair, and he's got chat, some text coming up on the screen, and he's like, sit here for 60 seconds, then log out, then log back on. And you're gonna be level 60. And dude, I went and did it, and I wasn't level 60, and I was definitely disappointed. But I totally remember that.
Press F4.
Yeah. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I got baited with that one too, man.
Or in Battlegrounds, once you kill someone, you do /camp.
Would that automatically kick you out? It
Yeah,
wasn't
then you
even a
get
20-second?
Debuff.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's
what did I?
hilarious.
There was a macro that I used to hit at the beginning of Alterac Valley to weed out the noobs. Okay, and it was this. It was a. I made a macro.
Yeah.
I don't have any screenshots of it, but basically it just yelled and yelled out, "You have been reported," because back in the day you could. Well, I guess now you still can be reported for being AFK in a battleground.
Yeah.
So I made a macro that yelled out loud to everyone, and everyone thought it was like specific to them.
Yeah.
Said, "You have been reported for being AFK in the battleground. Please type /AFK to."
Yeah. Oh, dude, I heard that one 1,000 times. I swear I remember seeing people do that exactly. Just as you said, I remember people saying AFK because it happened to me in Alterac Valley one time. This is the first time I've ever done it, and you get kicked instantly, and
everyone got hit by one like at least once.
That's so funny. I think I fell for it twice.
Right at the beginning, it's like you hear that boo, and everyone rushes out, and all of a sudden disconnect. Left the battleground, left battleground. 20 people leave the battlegrounds.
Everybody else is just sitting there laughing. Well, pull up those old screenshots. I want to see some of your old school screenshots since you're going through the effort to do that. Robert Wells, private servers are a joke. They think they're special. Like the other day, GM took me into the room and banned me from multiple boxing, but acted like I cared. But multi-boxing is allowed, at least on current. But yeah, no, I can see that. Private servers are a joke. Definitely don't recommend them. But I mean, they're cool. They have their uses. Robert Wells, I used to use Interspace to bot and swap out models, etc. Oh, see?
Oh.
Robert, Quick Play was just running us down on that exact method. 500 gold a night back in vanilla.
I know nothing about that.
That's awesome.
My innocence is still.
Wall jumping used to love. Robert Wells, I'm telling you, wall jumping was an art. It was something that I did, and wall jumping was terrible. It was kind of like smoking. You don't know why you're doing it, but you continue to do it, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anything. It's a waste of time. So I love comparing wall jumping to smoking, dude. It was addictive. It was I don't know why we wall jump, but we did because it felt good. It was fun. I don't know. I don't know why wall jump. That's what you ask people whenever they smoke, and they go, "I don't know why I smoke. I just smoke. I enjoy it." Not in private, yeah.
Hand to mouth, man. It's the hand to mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad habits.
They both make you look cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Now keep looking for those pictures. I'm trying to think.
Sent them on Discord. I didn't know.
Okay, yeah. No, I totally want to pull them up. Let me see if I can get this set up right.
Just stupid stuff like.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Let me move this around.
Oh, you get to see my old school user interface here coming up on my mage.
I'm gonna put it like this. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna cover your face for a second.
No, my beautiful face.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Shiza. There we go. You know what? This is gonna work. I'm not gonna cover your face up because I can do this. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? That looks good right there. Boy, and don't tell me what's on the inside. So someone spoiled it for me, and I don't even know if I want to spoil it for you guys, but someone said the other day, you know that bubble in Dalaran? I think it was Melderon, actually. He was like, yeah, I flew in there the other day. There's nothing there. And I was like, no! You ruined it. Like, why'd you tell me? I knew there was nothing there, but what? What?
Yeah, mages easily could get in there, or if you had a mage in your party, if you dueled next to the bubble and you sheep the other person, sometimes you would clip things.
So check
That's
this out.
how you got like old Ironforge and stuff too.
Yep. Let's look at some of these other pictures. What was this? This is under Stormwind. Oh, this was the Forever Freefall, right? No, that's
jumping into Caverns of Time.
Oh.
in Tenaris before the Burning Crusade
Yeah,
patch.
yeah, I remember. I don't recognize that being Caverns of Time. Huh.
Yeah, well,
I can kind of
that's
see it.
me falling into it. If you see on the mini map, it says Caverns of Time.
Oh yeah,
Here's
yeah.
my old
I see it right
cool
there.
user interface. Oh man, shout out to fucking X Pearl and Bartender.
Let's keep looking at it. We got a couple more. Nice. Caverns of Time. Got proof. Oh, dude, that's so cool. And it's so cool that you did it in vanilla. Like I said, some those exploiters that did it on retail back in the day, like if we do it nowadays, it'll be cool, but I can't imagine the feeling of what it would be like to do it on official servers at the official time, dude. It, again, had to be such a thrill. That's, again, why I think wall jumping was so appealing. Oh, snap. What is this?
This is me joining the dark side after I realized that warlocks destroy mages in PvP. So I restarted and made the guild the family.
Yo.
And we did a lot of role-playing events. This is not a very big one, but
No,
just something as stupid as going to Torin Mill, me giving a Sunday lecture of like how to defeat the evil power that is Alliance.
That is so cool.
It was great. It was great. Good times, man.
It is good times. I love it, dude. I love it. Let me get you back on screen.
Just stuff like that. Just, I mean, as simple as just typing or hitting the slash and walking instead of running, because everyone runs. But if someone's walking,
right,
you immediately know. Because I was in the RP PvP server, so if I was walking, all of a sudden someone start walking next to me and be like, "Oh, good weather we're having today," you know, like retarded. But
oh no, it totally changes the mood. It absolutely does. You get the slow badass movie walk in. It's definitely a different feel. And so yeah, you played on RP PvP servers back in the day. And that's something I'm really interested in doing is role playing the second time around. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, if I'm gonna be into it, but I think it's gonna bring a whole nother aspect to the game. Like, it's the second time around. I don't want to do the same things. I'm a little bit more mature, if you could call it that. I'm only 22. I don't know if that's a mature age.
Full of fun.
Yeah, man. So I'm thinking about role playing myself. But we'll see. Yeah, on one of my
at least getting into character. If you don't role play, at least get in your character. And that's what's so cool about vanilla versus all the other expansions. The other expansions, it's like a collecting like carnival ride. Like, it's very linear. I've heard people describe it as a carnival ride. It's like you get prizes, but they don't really mean anything, and you just get them tokens and stuff. Vanilla, you got into your character. You invested time in your character. You invested memories in your character. That's what vanilla is all about. And I'm super stoked and ready to get back into my character.
Oh, that's awesome! I love it.
I'm just sad I'm not playing a no mage, so I can talk like this. Yes. Want to join my guild? Like, oh,
that's
I love
perfect.
it.
That's perfect.
But,
I don't know if I can do a Tauren voice.
Just sound.
Yeah.
Probably do it right early in the morning when you got coffee breath and you're just like, oh.
So I was thinking, man, originally, I was thinking about skipping class all week, and I've actually got some stuff planned. I'm gonna be role playing in a sense. I'm gonna have a whole outfit, a whole costume for the first week, and I was thinking I wasn't gonna shower like the whole first week, and I was totally gonna be pulling off the Tauren smell, like, cause I'm sure Taurens reek. Like, I'm sure they don't smell good, right? As for every other character,
now that's
I'm sure.
dedication.
No, it's cool.
Destroy your enemies via smell, man. Like, they can't focus, you know. Like, the smell goes probably so strong to go right through the internet, man. People in PvP be all like, I don't even know. Man, I just gotta get away from this guy.
That's awesome. Yo, quick player, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us and giving us a couple stories, man. Who'd you talk about? Dopefish and all your wall jumping exploits, some of the... And I love that that's what you think of whenever you think of vanilla WoW, or kind of these exploits.
Exploration.
Exploration.
The feeling of something new.
Nice.
Like, oh,
it's
I love
gold.
it.
No, it's gold, man. I think that's why I was so attracted towards like I said, I didn't really play the game. I didn't quest. I didn't grind mobs. I explored as a low level. And unfortunately, as a low level, I couldn't explore everywhere. I even took it so far that I died and I explored as a ghost, which wasn't as good, obviously, because I couldn't see the mobs. But I remember running around Burning Steps in ghost form. But yeah, Quick Playa. Oh, he's gone. Quick Playa, thank you so much for coming on. I'll let you know if you get that 20. All right, man. Oh, and for everybody, I'm going to plug him. He's, like I said, we're going to be duo streaming, duo leveling the first week of Classic. It's going to be amazing. Go ahead and follow him on Twitch. I'll drop it another thing. But if you don't do it now, you're going to see plenty of them the first week. Man, less than a month away, Quick Playa. Are you ready?
My body is ready. Well, I don't know. I'm 33, so we're going to go 40 hours. I hope my body is ready.
Oh,
but my mind is ready and my spirit is ready. And for the Horde.
That's awesome. I love it. Thanks, Quick Play. Thank you so much for coming on. You're great. All right, later, man. Oh, that was awesome. That was great. Let me catch up on these comments, and then we got another contestant on deck. If anybody wants to get their hands on a $20 Amazon gift card, we have an hour and 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've only had one contestant. Might be the easiest 20 bucks that you ever make. Go ahead and just hit !Discord in the chat. Jump in the disc and throw me a DM. Who do we got? Robert Wells' best model was the wall behind the flag in Warsong Gulch, and then under Warsong Gulch was a walk away to the other side. Yeah, Warsong Gulch exploits and wall jumping is one of my favorite memories. For a couple reasons. For the fact that your wall jumping actually made a difference for once. Like, I never hit level cap, and I never got into situations like what Quick Play just brought up, hiding on a building in Ogremar, being a mage, and just casting people down with frostbolts. I never got to that point, so wall jumping didn't ever hold any meaning until I went into Battlegrounds, and people exploited and got into places like everyone knows on the Horde side, that whole water wheel, get behind that invisible wall right there, and you can't do anything about it. One of the most infuriating things, right? Like, that's where wall jumping actually made an impact. That's where it held some weight. So I love that you brought up Warsong Gulch wall jumping. And that, another memory in time, just like in Ironforge, how I remember you could duel behind the mailbox next to the bank. I feel like it could be a mark in history. I wish I could go see the patch notes whenever that bug was fixed, because I could finally carbon date that memory and go, man, that was summer of 2007. They fixed that bug, but I swear it didn't get fixed forever. That was one of the first things I did whenever I came back, and it was probably in Cataclysm. It might not have got fixed until after Wrath of the Lich King, honestly. But I came back in Cat, I went to go do it, and unfortunately I didn't zone out whenever I went into that little nook and cranny, and I was really upset. But I remember in Warsong Gulch on the Alliance side, if you walk out the gates on the right side and you take a right and then another right, you have that tree there. I remember seeing people wall jump and successfully get to the top of the wall in the flag room. And I never successfully did it, but I remember the day I went back and I went to go do it again, and this was probably sometime early Wrath of the Lich King, and they put a freaking tree root in between the wall and the tree, like a tree root coming out, so you couldn't do that. So it was like, oh man, another bug I can carbon date my memories to. So that was really neat. Fond memories of wall jumping in Warsong Gulch, absolutely. Nay Smoke, if your duo wins, it's rigged. Hey, Quick Playa was just a little sketchy. No, he's fascinated by wall jumping and exploits, just as I'm sure everybody else is. But yeah, that guy, Quick Playa, he's the real deal, man. He's been doing a lot of leveling. We've got a leveling guide that's coming out from ClassicWow.live. A couple of our partners. As soon as Quick Play is sending me images, old school images again. But we're about to get our next contestant on, guys. Wish I could join, but I'm at work. Hey, Connor Kinney, I'll have you on again. Or you weren't on, were you, Connor? Man, a couple of you guys that have come on, you've had different names, and I can't remember. I don't think we've talked yet, Connor, but I can't wait until you get on. Maybe I'll do these a little bit earlier. Today was actually an earlier stream than the previous 3 days. But I'm hoping to be able to get a lot of you guys on. I'm going to be doing this the entire month of August. So I think it'd be neat to get to talk to some of the members in the community. Robert Walls, yeah, wall jumping in AB to get out of the fence before it started to cap flags. Yeah, dude. And again, nostalgia. Yeah, WoW was slow at fixing things. Nay Smoke, I found out how to get up behind the hill at Kazakh and dragged my whole guild up there to avoid the Horde interference. Then a GM showed up and gave us a stern talking to. LMAO. See, that's what I was going to bring up, guys. Have you ever had an encounter with a game master back in the day? And not just, and maybe funny chat experiences. They were always pretty flavorful with their chat. But did you ever physically see them in game? And I brought this up in the beginning of the stream. I swear it had to have been a game master that I saw. I don't know why he was sitting on the bridge in Stormwind in between Old Town and the Trade District, but he was sitting there and he had Martin Thunder on, and I'll never forget it. My only experience with a game master back in the day. So, next contestant on the Classic WoW Speed Dating Series. Guys, if you're watching right now and you want a chance at a $20 Amazon gift card, we've had one contestant so far. Next up, we've got Goatman. I can't remember I think his YouTube or Twitch username was a little bit different, but he was on our second episode, and he actually previously won one of these $20 Amazon gift cards, so he's feeling pretty good. He's coming back for more. Today's topic is story time. Let's see if we can get him on the call. Hey, hey. Hey, Goatman. All right, we're doing webcam number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the real deal today. What's up, Goatman? How are you, man? Oh, we got you muted. You're muted. Hell yeah. All right, dude. Kicking the stream off right. Yeah, I think you're still muted, Goatman, but it's okay. We'll enjoy your lovely face while we wait. Quick play, yeah, I swam to GM Island and Game Master /waved, and I instantly disconnected. Banned for 3 days. I heard a lot of people got insta-bans for going to GM Island, so I don't know. But,
had push to talk on like an idiot.
it's all good, bro. Perfect. Goatman, hey, you were on 2 days ago, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Goat in YouTube chat, but I was at work the last 2 times you were...
Okay. You didn't ever come on?
Nah, man, I've been working.
My bad, bro. I'm getting people mixed up. I have a list down, but yeah, dude, I'm glad you're on today. Goatman, give us a little backstory, man. Hey, first of all, how'd you find me? How'd you hear about this channel?
One day I discovered Deathcramp and Melderon, and then basically just been spiderwebbing out to all the other classic WoW.live.
For sure. Yeah, Deathcamp and Melderon are live. Some of my favorite guys. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad.
Yeah, I found them because I was looking at priest stuff because I plan on rolling a priest here in class.
Nice.
But my very first character, way back in 7th or 8th grade, I'm 28.
Cool. Yeah, I'm 22, so yeah, that gives us a time period.
Yeah. Was a hunter. My friend was playing, and he had his warrior. It was an undead warrior. He named it Scourger. Pretty cool name, I always thought.
That's what's up. So you played a hunter.
Well, there's a little bit more to that story.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
So I was leveling a hunter, doing hunter stuff. Pretty easy. Honestly, I had a good friend who really walked me through. I didn't have too many crazy noob moments.
Sure.
Like some people, I'm out of arrows. I guess I just melee now. That kind of noob.
Yeah,
I've heard
dude.
those stories.
That's terrible. So he taught you how to put your hands on the keyboard. Had you played any games prior to World of Warcraft? Any big PC games? I came from PlayStation 2, so it was a struggle.
No, I was an Xbox boy.
There you go. I was PS2. So.
Yeah, my very first console was a Super Nintendo, and then I got an original Xbox.
Nice.
And then my mom worked at a good office, and they sent home like an old gateway with all the cow prints all over.
Yeah, dude, I had one. I had a gateway too. I swear. Small screen. It was about this wide. And a monitor screen about that big. Oh, it was terrible. I remember, dude, and that brings up another good memory. See, this is why I love having people on, because you're bringing back memories. I remember we upgraded our monitor, and then the monitor went out. We had to put the gateway back. We had to use the old computer again. Dude, I couldn't even see the chat. I was like it was literally this big. I was like, dude, how did we play on this in the first place? And then now we have to go back to it. It was terrible. But yeah, that was a neat memory you brought back to life.
Took me about 3 days to download or install the game.
Yeah.
From all of these discs right here.
Dude, you got the 5. Yeah, you got the 5 million. I got mine somewhere. I don't have it in the room right now. That's what's up.
I made sure I dug it out beforehand.
No, that's cool, dude. So you're legit, is what you're saying. Yeah, man.
Well, And then as I was leveling, I get to about low 50s, and I just remember grinding those blue dragons in a like that's how I decided to hit my last 5 levels.
Nice. Nice.
And somewhere around level 54, I got in really big trouble and was going to be grounded for a really long time. So I told my friend, I knew he was using a WoW glider. I'm like, yo man, you wanna level me up a few?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I wish I didn't. He ended up using it for about half of 1 level before I realized that I wasn't as severely punished as I thought. And so I leveled up. I hit 60 on a Monday. Tuesday reset rolled around.
Yo.
Everybody who used WoW glider got.
Everyone that was what?
Everyone who used WoW glider got banned.
Shut up.
I literally got banned the
permaban.
day after I hit 60. Permaban. Never seen that character again.
Yo.
It was dark times.
Dude. I wish I had some emotes because I would be spamming it hard right now. Holy crap. I've been talking to people and talking about how WoW plays with your emotions, bro. I would have been suicidal. Like, seriously, I would have been depressed if that happened to me. I talked earlier, like, I used to be terrified of people reporting me. The thought of losing your account. that's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard, dude. That's what's up. So
well, there's a happy ending.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, what comes next?
I was like, I guess I'm done playing WoW for now. And then I took a break for a while. I was like, I just never even thought about it. I was like, I guess I'm just done playing. Wow. And then one day I was doing something on the computer, probably looking at funnyjunk.com or something. And I still have an ad on the TV because I have a TV on the background, and it's like do a free trial, a free level 20 character up to that. And I was like, all right, I'll give it
I'll give it a chance.
So I roll an undead priest, and I get it to level 20, and I just fall in love with it. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get this game. So then I go to the store, and I get another copy with the 10 mil.
10 mil. Dude, that's great. That's great.
And that character was 58 when Burn the Crusade came. And I actually made that a troll priest because I didn't know you could just continue off your trial.
Oh, yeah? Oh, and so you were messing around.
Troll priest. Still have that account. That account is my current account. I've played every single expansion, at least half. Sometimes it's the second half, sometimes it's the first half.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Same.
I have this weird schedule.
No, absolutely. I did the same thing. I played all the way through Wrath of the Lich King. I gave it up. And then I got in halfway in Cataclysm, quit. I got in halfway Mists of Pandaria, quit. And then I got in at the launch of Warlords, and that was it, man. Played the first 2 months. And
I was all of BC. I was a child raider, so I got through Serpent Shrine. That was it.
Okay,
I got through all of Wrath. I think I killed the Lich King once in 10 minutes. I never did Old War, which really makes me sad.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I did the first half of Kata, but I was bad and dungeons were hard, so I was like, I can't heal these. I guess I'll just play a Boom. And I PvP'd Boomkin in Kata. We did Boomkin Holy Pally, and it was like 30-minute matches every time.
Wow. Dude, so some of my best memories, at least in PvP, because I never did in-game PvP, but in Warlords, I think it was just because I played with my cousin and my brother, but that was the one expansion I finally said, you know what, I'm going to at least get serious about PvP and Battlegrounds in vanilla. I mean, in World of Warcraft. Dude, I played, I don't know what spec it was in Priest, but I healed in Battlegrounds, basically. And that was the most fun I've ever had was in Warlords. One of the most fun times I've ever had with World of Warcraft, and as a vanilla player, just... Not a vanilla player. I'm not even gonna give myself the title, but it just feels weird that I like something other than the old days.
It shouldn't. I mean, each expansion has its own quirks, goods, and bad. Realistically, every expansion is fun if you have at least 4 friends to play with constantly.
Right. No, and
that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, and that's what it was. That was the first time I'd really played with my cousin and my brother competitively. Like whenever we got into Battlegrounds, we were actually changing the paradigm. Like we made it we differed the outcome. So that was fun. But
this is a classic discussion, and I have some classic stories.
let me hear it, man. I want to hear some more classic stories. Absolutely, go.
Or I guess vanilla stories. But most of them involve my friend's Warrior, because obviously I got banned the day after I hit 60. Sucked. And then was 58 when VC.
That's terrible.
But one of my fondest memories, I think before I even started playing, was my friend on his Warrior, max level in Stranglethorn. He's doing something out there. I don't really know what. Just north of Gromgall on the coast. And he gets jumped by a mage. And this is when mages just destroyed Warrior.
Yeah.
And he runs away. He swims out into the water. He starts swimming down. And the mage chases him. And then he intercepts the mage. Hamstrings it. And the mage drops.
Wow. He timed it just perfectly. He got him down low enough. That's beastie.
Well, it's because he was undead, so he didn't really have to worry about it.
Gotcha. Did he ended up dying though himself? Did he?
No, he got out.
Okay. I didn't know if the mage just casted him down. That's sick. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was pretty badass, and I was like, "That's awesome." Undead or
So I'm all about like making highlight reels. And I've actually thought about that. I'm gonna be playing a druid in classic and utilizing aqua form, or the swim form, to get away from people. I don't know if I can pull that off, but I hope to have a video or two of me getting ganked and I just jump in the water and take off. But that's pretty epic.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Another one was we played on the Stone Mall server.
Yeah.
As a PvP server, and the guy from Korn had a guild on that server.
Yeah.
Called Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. That's sweet.
I got to do the first half of ZG on my friend's Warrior with him. And that was cool because Korn was cool then.
Oh shit, dude, maybe I'm missing the reference.
The band Korn.
No, I get it, but like, why was it so cool? And so
because they were cool in 2000 something or other. I don't know, just raiding with Korn.
No, you're right. See, for some reason, I didn't mean to.
It's fine, they're not cool now. No one ever thinks that story's cool.
Oh, dude, that was too funny. That was gold right there. No, you're right. For some reason in my mind, I was writing down notes for what you just said, and I for some reason associated the realm with private servers. So I wasn't thinking like in 2004. I was thinking like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
No, my bad, dude. It was a good story though. It made me laugh more than it probably was intended.
No, I never actually played a private server until about a month ago, just to dick around because we were bored with BFA.
For sure. Yeah, I my only private server experience was playing on the launch of Chronos 3. Dude, and I remember telling everyone, I was like, dude, it was during Christmas break, and I was like, hey, just give me like a week off. I'm gonna do this. I really want to do this. I want to get back. I want to experience vanilla again, and I'm only gonna do it at the fresh start of a private server. And I'd already missed Nostalrius, right? And I guess Chronos 1 had a launch before this, so I was kind of bummed out. But I was like, I'm gonna do it, dude. I played like 18 hours that first day, hit level 18 or so as a warlock, and I said, nope, not gonna do this to myself. I'm not. It's just like you said, and you probably have the same feelings towards it as I do. Like, it's just not worth it.
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, they're all fun if you have 3 or 4 people to play with, and we did. We just leveled up Alliance. I made a female dwarf rogue, because of course I did.
Female dwarf rogue, that's one of the worst combinations.
Her name was Divorced Mom, so it worked out.
That's what's up.
Which was actually the name of a warlock I played with in my guild on Stone in vanilla.
Well, it was a female warlock?
He was a female undead warlock named Divorced Mom, and he was like a military.
Nice. I see. I think they picked the perfect race class combination, because I think of like a bitch as a divorced mom. Totally like a...
Now that I think about it, I played with a lot of military people in vanilla and Burning Crusade.
I feel like there's a lot of military people that play WoW. I've got... Maybe there's just a lot of military people, but I always hear military people all the time in chat or in descriptions. Maybe there's just more military than we know. But yeah, a lot of military people. Maybe because they had so much they have downtime here and there. And I always heard stories of military people playing, but
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times they're like, well, I'm getting deployed. I'll see you guys in 6 months. So it's like, all right.
right. All right. I guess we're done. Our friendship's over. Oh man, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm really excited about Classic because I never got to do any of the raids as current.
Same.
Like I did Molten Core during that like anniversary event.
Same. And you got the big molten core mount.
Got the Molten Core mount.
It wasn't the same. It was stupid.
It was still LFR. It might have been harder, honestly, because people had no idea what they were doing.
Right. It probably was. I remember I didn't do anything whenever I got into that event, but yeah, it was LFR. I remember that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of some other memories that I had. Maybe I could spark something of yours.
I don't know if it was Vanilla or Burning Crusade, but because it was on my, but I don't think I was max level anyway. But we kited Omen from Moonglade to Orgrimmar, my friend and I, just the two of us.
Holy cow, dude, that's pretty cool. Did it just wipe everybody out?
They eventually killed him somewhere on an old computer. I don't know where. I got screenshots.
Video of it. Oh yeah, screenshots. That's cool, dude. Do you have any memories of doing stuff like in real life? Because one of my best memories is with my cousin and us playing basketball and playing horse, basically shooting shots for gold, and just like, hey, this shot's for 50 gold. If you lose. It was more like 1 gold, 2 gold. It was a big deal. We played it. That was during Wrath of the Lich King. But I remember walking down to the convenience store and buying Alliance and Horde Mountain Dew. We got one of both of them. Do you remember whenever those Mountain Dew flavors came out? It was red and blue. You don't remember that?
I vaguely remember it. I'm always stuck on the orange gamer fuel.
Ah, snap. Okay.
Whenever I think of weird Mountain Dew, I just think of orange gamer fuel with Master Chief.
Yeah.
Every single time. I had a 72-hour Halo 2 LAN party once with a lot of gamer fuel.
Nice. So what are you doing for Classic this time around? What's that first week gonna look like? Do you have work off?
No. But I paint houses. I work for my dad. There's no way I'm getting PTO for that. But I don't work December.
Okay.
Like late November to early January, I just don't work.
Because you're painting houses. And the
and it's too freaking cold. I live in Southern Oregon. It gets pretty cold enough that you can't paint.
Nice. So so that'll probably be right around the launch of Phase 2, probably. It'll be grind time.
That'll be when I'm making my 39 Twink Warrior, I can imagine.
Nice. See, dude, I was talking about this. Yeah, did you hear me yesterday talk about that?
Very little yesterday.
So tell me, what kind of gear does a 39 Twink Warrior get? Because I want to do like the whole Scarlet Monastery set. I know that's not best in slot, but I just think it'd be badass to be running around in the Scarlet Monastery set.
In Burning Crusade, I had a female undead warrior 39 Twink. Her name was Mommy, Mommy, no funky.
Yeah. Oh, nice. You got a good name then.
Yeah, I'm aiming to get it again this time. I still have her. She's like level 75 or something.
There's a couple names, dude, that are historic. Like if you have a name that's spelled correctly, it's a big deal. I had my original character was Jolly, Jolli. I thought that was kind of cool and unique. I don't know why no one had picked it up before me, but I felt like I had an OG name as well.
That same friend who had the undead warrior, he made a mage and just named it Frost.
What?
Just straight up Frost. It was late in the vanilla.
Wow.
It was a pretty crowded server. He just typed it in. He's like, "Oh shit, I can get Frost."
Shut up, dude. And it's crazy how big of a deal it is to like get these original names, get these. So yeah.
But as far as that Twink went, really, just getting Corpse Maker from RFK was the biggest thing. Okay. I would just destroy people.
Yeah.
Overpower hits so hard at level 39.
That's awesome. See, I've never done any twinking other than the level 19 bracket. Twinked out the rogue. It's manageable, it's easy, you don't have many spells, and you just steamroll people. But I'd be interested to do the 39 bracket for sure.
Yeah, but at launch, my girlfriend actually plays. She started playing halfway through League. when I started playing again, she's like, "What's that game?" I was like, "It's WoW. You want to play?" She's all, "Sure." So I put a big investment. I bought myself a new computer and gave her the old one, and she played, and she was really fucking.
She was what? She was really what?
She was good.
Oh, damn.
Like, she's surprisingly good.
Dude, this is perfect. Normally, whenever people talk about bringing their significant other on, I'm like, dude, don't do it. It's going to slow you down. It's going to be a terrible experience. But if she's good, we're in a whole new realm of things. Y'all can actually raid together. You can actually PvP together if she's good. I mean, and then that date night together at the computer is a lot more fun than just.
Well, let me qualify good.
Okay.
I was playing a
Got too far
hunter
ahead
at
of
the
myself.
time in League. I decided to play my hunter. I had a bunch of max characters, and I'm like, I'm gonna come back and play hunter because hunters are. And then when I was running down all the classes, I didn't tell her what I played.
Yeah.
I said, "This is what everything does." She's like, "I think I'll be a hunter." I'm like, "All right." And the game was so easy in Legion and BFA and stuff.
Sure.
She basically just clicked the buttons that lit up and kind of sort of figured it out and was doing like 80% of her parse DP.
Yeah.
And then we started doing sims and like just very little effort into making her do better. And she was like doing 98th percentile parses all the time.
That's pretty good.
That being said, I also had a hunter, very similar gear. I literally slammed my face on the keyboard for a minute and did 5 million DPS.
Got you. I got you. So,
But she's
that's
good
what
at
we're talking
mechanics. She dodges stuff, which is what's really important.
Mm.
And our guild was not as good, so she seemed like a fucking hero to.
Yeah, that's cool. See,
But we're gonna play. I'm gonna roll priest. She's gonna roll rogue, both undead, and just do.
that's sick. No, that's pretty cool. I don't think I could ever get my fiance in on this. She hates video games. She hates games in general. And I'm at the standpoint of I don't think I'd want. I mean, it's great that it's working out, and you know it is what it is. At the end of the day, you probably don't have a choice. But
I absolutely have a choice. She doesn't want to play, and I do. She just sits in the chair behind me.
That's why she plays. I got you.
We played Destiny together
Okay.
originally.
Cool.
And then we both have like 100 something hours into Monster Hunter together.
Wow.
Not even playing together all the time. We just played Monster Hunter.
That's sick, dude. See, my like I said, my girl doesn't play games at all. I don't know how I'd feel about it. It's kind of like going to the golf course, and you don't bring the woman to the golf course, right? Because that's your own time. That's your man time. So playing WoW is kind of like it's gonna be my man time. Now that Classic's coming back, I'm not gonna have any other hobbies. This is gonna be my thing. So it's funny that you're gonna have her around. I hope it works out.
I got a pretty special girlfriend. She's also my workout partner and all that other stuff.
Golly, see, you must be a certain kind of guy that I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know if I could.
I love having a girlfriend who's strong. I work on cars and shit a lot too. Like I'm a huge fucking nerd, but I'm also a bit of a manly man and heavy. And instead of having to call one of my friends to come help me lift something, I'm like, "Hey babe, come help me lift this."
Shit, man, dude, you're killing it today.
Don't underestimate that.
Oh, you're killing it. Matthew Johnson said ex-wife played a killer druid. That's so sick, dude. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine what it would be like having my fiance play with me. Now, my cousin, it's different. It's like, oh yeah, you're my cousin. Of course you're supposed to be good. It would be weird. Does anybody else have a significant other that plays with them?
The weird thing is, like, the whole stigma, most women are healers. She wants nothing to do with healing. I really wanted her to roll a priest and I roll a warrior to level.
So she'd heal you? Yeah.
She's like, no, I'll be a rogue. They seem like real assholes. I'll fit right.
That's funny,
which will be
man.
fine. I like priests. And my BFA guild is reforming and he wants to main tank, so it all worked out.
Hell yeah.
But
that's cool.
I can play a lot more than she can, and so I don't out-level her. I'm going to be leveling a hunter at the same time so I can farm gold and fund 3 characters.
Yes, dude. I want to get on. If you got time, dude, I want to keep you on for a second. For anybody else that's watching, we got $20 on the line. If you want to come in and talk on today's topic, it's story time. Once you get up here, we're pretty much going to talk about anything. Yeah, if you want a chance at this $20 Amazon gift card, we've got 2 guys that have been on up to this point. Goatman's absolutely smashing it. But yeah, dude, tell me about some of your gold making plans, because it's interesting to me.
Honestly, I haven't looked super far into it. I just know that I'm gonna be having a Beastmaster Hunter to make it easier to farm whatever I want.
Yeah.
He's gonna have skinning and herb.
Right. No, that's fair. I for some reason, I haven't done it in vanilla, but I've never just grinded for gold. Partly because that's never what I wanted to do. I don't want to get on and spend 3 or 4 hours killing mobs or picking herbs or skinning things. It's not what I want to do. I like the idea of grinding dungeons just for twink items. Hopefully I can score some gold there. Obviously it's not as efficient, but it wouldn't drive me crazy. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I've talked about this, doing the getting a second account and getting X amount of characters to level 35, so you can just do the cooldowns. Whether it was Mooncloth, Arcanite bars, or there's one other in leatherworking, I think, the cured leather or something like that.
Yeah, you need the salt shaker, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I might just be doing Devil Star if I can. Depends on how crowded it is.
Yeah. See, there's a whole nother aspect of the game I haven't experienced, dude. Whenever Classic comes out, I'm literally gonna be mind blown. I'm not gonna know how to process all this information. You know, we've been talking about it, and it's like, man, I can't wait for Classic to come out. We remember how great it was, and we want to play it again, dude. I think I don't realize what's out there. So which is a good thing.
I am super excited. Like, I yell at her every day. It's like 26 days, 25 days. And she doesn't give a shit, and it's funny. But she has no reference point. I mean, she started halfway through Legion. She's like, I've been playing the game for like 2.5 years. What's up?
Yeah,
I've been playing for 14.
Yeah, she's like, what the hell are you talking about? 2.5-year-old. I've been doing this. Like, that's good.
I'm so excited to just do even most. If I don't get it into Nax, which I'm pretty sure I will, I'm kind of a butthole.
Yeah.
I just want to do it all.
Yeah.
Worst case, if I can't get Nax cleared, I did do it in Wrath. Kinda counts.
Yeah. No, I feel that. So, and guys, we got a couple more people, and we got $20 on the line. Come on, face cam's optional. Don't leave me standing. We've had 2 people today. We had 6 one of the first days that we did it. It was absolutely phenomenal. Today's topic is story time. It's pretty chill and relaxed, but I imagine once we get some more controversial topics in these following weeks up to Classic, we're gonna have people jumping in and out real quick. But I'm trying to think. So answer me this. After Classic comes out, what do you want to see? Do you want to see TBC Wrath of the Lich King? Because didn't you say you did?
I don't want to see anything.
Gotcha.
However, the only way that everyone's going to be happy is if you can dupe your character onto a TVC.
Yeah. No,
that's the only way that makes sense. If they do it any other way, someone's going to get upset, and they're going to go back to private server.
Right. No, I think you're right. We don't even have to take that discussion anywhere else. You're smart.
I would play TBC. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
I don't think I'd play Wrath.
Got you. Just there's so many people with, like I said, they have fond memories of that time period. I still consider that trio being the glory days, just because we had the old world. I know experience was probably boosted a little bit. Did LFR get into Wrath of the Lich King, or was it just looking for group? I think it was
just LFG.
Yeah. So, and yeah, obviously flying, it's a turnoff for a lot of people, but there's also a whole nother spectrum of players that want to experience, again, the glory days. Like, I consider those raids, and even yourself, a lot of people that played through these first 3 expansions, they remember how great it was. I never killed the Lich King, right? I never did all the BC raids. I would love to do it just to do it. It wouldn't necessarily be my preferred game, just because, and I know it wouldn't for a fact, because I love the old world, I love Azeroth, I love all the zones, and I wish that the activity would have stayed there. So I'm torn as well on what to do.
Yeah, the biggest thing I don't like about Wrath is the biggest thing I don't like about the current game, and that's the reliance on gear score or item level. It just doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I mean, especially in vanilla, you have so many items that are best in slot at like level 40, 50 for various classes. Like, what? Druids have that headpiece that's crafted at level 40, and I think it's best in slot. That gives rage whenever you swap over forms. But anyways, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I got a question for you, though.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me hear it, go. What you got?
What kind of guild are you going to be in?
Good question. Good question. So I'm actually with Def Camp and Melderon, the classic WoW.live crew. They're making Invictus and Invicta. I don't know what your plans are, but I'm really, get this, I'm tentative about joining the server. I'm a little scared. I'm worried that there's gonna be an influx of horde just because I'm with Cargos and Def Camp and Melderon. They kind of have a following. I don't know how many people are gonna join. So I'm if I had it my way, I wouldn't be joining a server. I wouldn't be joining a streamer server, but I'm gonna be on Invictus and Invicta. They have 3 raid groups, and I'm super stoked about this. I'm gonna be a feral druid and off tank in that 3rd raid group starting week 5.
That's right. I fucking.
No,
knew
you're
that.
good. You're good. You're good.
You're tanking laws with Hypnotic.
Yeah. Tanking law, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm stoked about that.
I would have been looking at that, but I'm a West Coast boy who kind of has to play late.
For sure.
Before, my raid schedule was Thursday night only from 10 to 2 a.m.
Yeah. Gotcha.
We just backed that down from 8 to midnight, but still just Thursday, West Coast time.
Right. No.
I do have a guild. If anybody likes that
For
raid
sure.
time, just let me know.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I'll plug you too if you got a Twitch or if you're trying to do anything.
No, I don't got time for that.
No, I feel you. So get this, man. I'm just in school for the next year, and then I'm getting married next May, and so I've got time to know life at least for this first year, and I might get my fix and be good, but my life is pretty open right now. I'm taking 7 hours of school. I'm gonna be up 24 hours of the day playing this stupid game for one last hoorah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a shitload. I don't really go to work until about noon, and then I work 7 days a week, but it's like somewhere between 5 and 7 hours a day. It's not a huge.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Hey, we got Cameron Sands in the chat. What's the guild name? Or what's the guild name?
My guild name will be Debuff Squad.
Hey. Why Debuff Squad? That's kind of weird.
Because our old guild name was the Debuff Squad in current WoW.
It wasn't as exciting as I thought.
I always hated the name.
Because it was the Debuff Squad?
I blind server transferred to an East Coast server looking for a late night, hoping I could find someone who raids from midnight to 3 a.m. server. And I found this guild, and they were just starting up, like a bunch of returning players, and it was at the end of. So I was like, all right, I'll join this guild. I immediately became an officer, and it was one of those like, oh no, this isn't gonna go well. But it did. It actually ended up going pretty well. We had about 12 players, which is all you need in current.
For sure.
And it went well. We did all the old year. We got AOTC old year, and we got Glory old year, which was pretty cool. And then people realized that BFA sucks, and people started leaving for Desire.
I want to ask, I got another question for you. We got a couple more people in. Guys, we got a $20 Amazon gift card on the line. We've had 2 people on. We got another half hour. If you want to get on this and get a chance at $20, I'm burning a hole in my pocket for you guys. If you want to, face cam's optional. You don't have to do it. Today's topic is story time. Goat's absolutely killing it. If he's got time, we're going to keep him on because at the end of the day, I just want to get to talk to the community, get to know you guys. It's really cool for me getting to hear your point of view. So yeah, but yeah, Goat, I got a question, man. Because you're so focused on in-game rating, so much so to the point, you know, that your guild is going to have to fit your rating time, which I totally get. Is that going to be the pinnacle of achievement for you? Is that where you're going to spend the most of your time? Because I've heard people saying, man, I literally, in like some of our first 2 raid groups in our guild, they're like, dude, I want to raid every night. And I'm like that sounds nauseating to me. But
no.
What are you going to do in the game other than raiding? I'm curious.
Probably just fuck around all the time. I mean, that's what I did before. There's so much to do. You could farm gold, you could go mine nodes or herb gather and all that. And a lot of it, you have a little bit more stuff to do if you're like a class leader or a raid leader or an
Sure.
officer. Just a little bit more prepping because
Sure.
you always have to be more prepared than the raiders.
Right.
To set a good example.
Right.
But like I said, I'm gonna have 2 characters and eventually a twink character, so there'll always be something for me to do.
Absolutely.
And we're only raiding 1 night a week for phase 1.
Nice.
I think phase 2, maybe phase 3, will open it up to Wednesday for about the same time, 8 to midnight server time, maybe 9 to midnight.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
But yeah, rating's not necessarily priority. I love that.
No,
I mean, and it doesn't have to be. It can be, and that's cool. But
I don't expect our group will step foot in Molten Core for 5 to 6 weeks after launch.
yeah. Well, that's how
Like
my raid.
a reasonable time.
Right. My raid 3 group, we're not starting until week 5, so I'll be level capped, like I said, the first week, just because I have the opportunity to do it. Like I said, I don't advocate for that. I love taking my time. Probably about week 8, I'm gonna officially play, just because the position I'm in, I'm trying to make some certain content, certain things I want to do in the game that require me to be level capped. So like week 8, the second month in, I feel like is whenever I'm first gonna start playing, and I'm gonna take it slow with the druid. Literally do all the quests. Is that something you would want to do? Like, would you ever want to complete all the quests in the zone? Because that's something that really intrigues me, is connecting the dots between every faction, between every race, and really understanding the story in the game. I think there's so many nuggets, there's so much information out there that nobody is still yet to have uncovered or exposed. Like, would that be interesting to you at all?
So unpopular opinion here.
Sure.
The quest revamp in current WoW, where the storylines make sense. I think it was
you're not.
From the undead starting zone.
Yeah.
If you follow that main quest line all the way through to Tarn Mill, it's a really good story.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's what Cataclysm, that was the point, is we're going to rework the quest just to bring something fresh, but also, you know, they put a lot of effort into making it fit, making it work. So I'm actually not surprised that you say that, because, dude, there's so many quest lines, there's so many things that just leave you on a cliffhanger, and that's it. They don't go anywhere.
That being said,
okay.
Yeah, I don't really plan on having like a leveling route. I'm just gonna kind of go where it takes me. I have a few checkpoints that I want to reach.
For sure.
Like obviously getting the good wand as a priest, but I really won't need it because I have a rogue behind me. So
yeah. That's cool.
And then the hunter.
Right.
It's gonna be very unstructured, which is why I think it's gonna take quite a while.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna complete every quest in game just because I'm a completionist at heart, and I don't have anything better to do. That's the other thing. I've got time on my hands. So I know a lot of people don't necessarily have all the time in the world, and if I didn't, I probably wouldn't want to spend it on completing every quest in the game.
Do you know when they came out with the Lore Master achievements? Did that come at achievement launch at the end of Burning Crusade? Does anyone check?
No, achievements were in Wrath. Was it in Burning Crusade at the end?
Yeah, the end of BC is when the achievements came out. I know because when achievements came out is the exact day I got the albino.
Nice.
I was a mount collector when they were still in your bags.
Yeah, odd flex, but I'll take it.
It was an odd flex. Yeah.
Whenever achievements came out, oh my gosh, that brought a whole nother aspect to the game, something to do. I remember I wanted that full achievement box to be ticked off where I explored every single zone, every corner of every zone. You didn't have to do every corner, but you had to uncover every part of the map. And man, I wore that World Explorer tabard everywhere. The only reason I wore it around, it looks ugly, it was terrible. Had the World of Azeroth on your chest, but it was an epic tabard. So I had an epic quality item on my tabard slot. I thought that was neat. But yeah, I don't know when What was your question again? You were talking about achievements?
Oh, you said you want to do every quest in the game. And
Lore Master.
I think in Wrath, that Lore Master, I did all the quests in the game, and they were the same. So I'm not super like needy to do that, but I'm gonna do the ones that matter, and a lot of times they're just fun. I'm gonna read all the quest tests, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I've asked people this, and I'm always interested. What are you gonna do about Quest Helper? Will you ever download Quest Helper? Ever? I mean, maybe
on my third or fourth tune.
Really though? Like you You really might do it.
Probably not.
You don't really. The thing is, you probably won't need to. You'll probably have it all memorized, but no, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing it if you want to. It just, I don't know if I don't know if I'm ever going to. It's personal preference. It's obviously not the most efficient thing, but I don't know.
It won't really matter to me.
Got you.
I'm not in a hurry to get to max level or do anything crazy. The game is gonna, like, that's one thing I wanted to say. You often talk about you don't want to see like a 2.5 year life.
Right.
If the last thing drops in 2.5 years,
right.
2 to 2.5, that leaves a lot of time afterwards for people to get it done. So realistically, it's going to be a 3 to 3.5 year lifespan before people really start to drop off.
For sure. Absolutely. No, you're right, and you make a good point. I wonder when that Phase 6 is going to drop. Maybe in that time, because I'm thinking that they're going to drop Phase 6 before the 2 years is up. At least that's what everyone says, a phase every 3 months. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. That'd be a year and a half Nax comes out. With 3 months in between each phase.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, I know, and I think that I think they're going to be released at certain points. The only thing we've gotten from Blizzard is that it's up in the air. No, it's not official. Whatever the community wants, they're going to get, basically.
Yeah, it can't have a deadline.
Right. Yeah, no, and it shouldn't. And I don't know. I don't know what the time span's going to be, man. But I think what I came up with on Goodnight Azeroth the other day is one of my best ideas to date is to go whatever the lifespan is in vanilla, say 3 years, and then they were to move on to BC, Wrath of the Lich King. I don't really want to see a new re-roll of a server. I just don't. I want to see Classic for a solid 6 years. I know it sounds crazy and stupid, and a lot of people that aren't completionists that don't want to play certain different classes may call me crazy, but I'd really like to just see Classic stick around on official for, like, dude, people have been playing private servers for the last 5 years, 10 years, if you want to call it that, and
so what would make sense logistically for all of that is, say 3 years from launch is when it starts to peter out and they start teasing a Burning Crusades.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. They're not going to tease it beforehand. They're not going to make that mistake again. That's why no one finished that.
Right. Oh, you're right. Absolutely.
It would make no sense, and it would be funny. I would laugh, but
you know what? That's a really freaking good point, dude. Because if they don't tease it, then are they even going to put it into development before then? Like, are they even? And if they don't start reworking Burning Crusade, dude, it's going to take at least a year, if not 2 years after Nax comes out. So then we're looking at least at a 4-year lifespan of Classic before anything else comes out.
My guess is once the servers get settled in Classic, there'll be a small team starting on Burning Crusade. Like 3-4 people.
Sure.
Just getting it started, trying to find the old sources and all that other.
That's fair.
But how it's going to have to be with each phase is if for some reason there's like a very few people who have done say all the content in phase 3.
Yeah.
They're not just going to launch it on schedule. They're going to wait.
Yeah.
They're going to have to. There's no reason to push phases just so that top 5% can keep that 5% is going to play no matter what.
Right. No, and that's what I keep saying, and I don't know why, like, the consensus is, and I've seen it from some of the bigger guys, and it doesn't even matter if I were to throw names out or not, but they're all like, dude, I want it quick. I want 2.5, 3 years is perfect. That's long enough. And I'm like, for you, do you know how many people have lives? How many people work? Like, they're not gonna, I don't know if they're gonna be able to achieve everything they want in Classic. And like you said, I feel like it was a mistake that they put out Burning Crusade. It was totally a corporate move. We got to put out an expansion. We got to get something hyped. I think Classic was designed for longer than a 2-year lifespan for the majority of players. I don't think Classic can be played by everybody. I don't think it can be completed in 3 years. I think 4, 5, 6 years is more of a sweet spot. I know it sounds stupid and crazy, but I don't know.
Well, not really, considering they started development on Vanilla WoW in the mid-90s.
Right. And you're going to end it in 2 years. 10 years of development in 2 years. Yeah, it just... And then not only just that, the Burning Crusade, you know how the story went. Like, it all was in Outland. Nothing was done in the original world. So it seemed like a big waste to me. Seemed like a mistake. So.
One of the best parts about vanilla or classic is older raids are still relevant for a lot longer.
Sure.
Even in Burning Crusade, once you were done with all the tier 4 stuff, there was no point to go back once you were doing tier 4.
Right. Okay.
Maybe you do like a Gruul's Lair run to gear up an off tank that you didn't used to tank.
I'm trying to think here. They even what is the 0.5 gear? They call it 0.5. The dungeon set. What dungeons did you have to complete to do that set? Are you familiar with it? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh Jesus! I assume it's basically
like Scholomance and
Scholomance Strat.
But it's funny that you brought that up, because like in Phase 5, they made dungeons relevant again. They literally made in-game dungeons relevant. It's if that gear is relevant or not. I'm not familiar with how it compares with everything else, but I think from what I've heard from other people too, it was a means to an end for people that weren't gonna raid. They didn't have time to raid, but they still wanted tier gear or whatever it was, so they put that set in there. But it's just interesting how they kept things fresh in Classic. So
and that was cool. It was a much better use of catch-up mechanics than what they do now, which everyone says it's not a new opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. So while we're on this topic, like, and it doesn't even matter, people get all riled up. What do you think about additional content in vanilla? I don't know how I feel about it either.
I used to think that it would be really cool to get like Karazhan or any of the other, maybe even some of the caverns at times.
Sure.
And then John Stats, I heard an interview with John.
For sure.
And he says, you know, that movie you watch with the deleted scenes, and you watch the deleted scenes and you're like, I can see why those were. That's a lot of the content that didn't make it into vanilla.
Got you. Damn.
So they would need work. They couldn't just uncover it, dust it off, and send it out.
Right.
It would actually require a lot of work to just finish it.
Right. So that being said, then if that's what it takes to make additional content, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, nope. Just because you look at the company, it's obviously not the same company. They hardly have anybody from the original team. I don't think that they could successfully develop additional content in vanilla that would match up to some of the other content. And what I've said too is we should do this first run through for the first 6 years, just so that the current game developers get a feel for what vanilla was like, get a feel for how the game was created, so then you could make additional content. But I think doing it right after Classic, I don't think it would be a success. So
Classic Plus would rub a lot of people the wrong way.
For sure. I wonder if it would rub people the wrong way in 8 years, 10 years.
It probably still would, because the people who are still playing in 8 years and 10 years aren't going to want anything else. Those people are going to be, I have my Corrupted Ashbringer, I have my full tier 3, I have everything. I have my entire bank is filled with all the tier slots in the exact order, so it looks they don't want new stuff.
That's awesome. No, dude, it's great. I love talking about it. I love hearing different opinions about it too.
Personally, I don't care one way or another. I'm gonna play the game.
Right. See, and that I kind of came to that conclusion whenever Classic got announced and everybody was on the no changes run and everything else, and it's got to be this certain way. I came to the conclusion, I was like, it's gonna be good enough. It's now granted that's probably a terrible way to think and look at stuff, but I was like, dude, honestly, I'm gonna play it anyways. Surely they're not gonna ruin it that bad. I mean, I'm glad that there was the movement so that things have gotten in order as well as they have up to this point. It was definitely needed. But yeah, I kind of come to the right. No, it really was, because you've already seen how much they want to. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think if I can think of anything that they've been like even the WoW token. If there wasn't this big uprising stuff, the WoW token may have very well made it in. We still don't know, but just stupid things like that. So it was needed, but
that's the cool thing, and that's actually brings me back to what I wanted to say earlier before we got distracted.
Sure.
When you were talking about the people who want it rolled out fast.
Sure.
You're paying $15 a month. There's an entire other game attached to that $15 a month. If you're at a wall and you don't want to play and you're waiting for more, go play
Sure.
the current game for a week and then be like, okay, I'll wait.
It's not the same game though. Now that I
It's
hear you.
absolutely not the same game. It's the same button, some of the same ability,
Right.
a lot of the same mounts.
Right. Oh, dude, I love. This is great. It's so
I
nice.
like
getting-
the current game. Like I like playing. I like the way it plays. I
Sure.
don't like the global cooldown changes from Legion. I am also
Okay.
playing a character that I didn't play in Legion. I think that was a big thing people needed. Whatever
think
class
that's
you
big.
played in Legion, you hated in BFA.
Really?
Play a new class. You'll have
They
more.
changed it that much. Like,
The global cooldown changes were
Gotcha.
absurd.
got you. I'm not familiar with any of this.
Like I played Hunter and Priest in Legion. I can't touch them in BFA.
Okay, I got you. Just because these global cooldowns, I don't get it. Just because I don't keep up with retail right now. But what was so different about the global cooldowns?
You know how I'm just gonna use hunters because
You
they're
good.
on the top of my head. But say you're a troll hunter, you have Berserking, you have Bestial Wrath, you have Aspect of the Wall.
Yeah.
All three of those are now on a global cooldown.
Ooh.
They weren't before.
Okay, I got you. So they put a lot more items on global cooldown. I mean, abilities on global.
Basically, all your cooldowns are on global. Even some tank defensives were on global, and it was
Yeah.
awful. They changed that sense, but it was awful.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean,
But I leveled a warrior. I hit level 110 the day BFA came out on my war, and it was fine because I didn't know any better.
for sure.
And it's fun. Warriors are fun if you've
Yeah.
never played one before.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me
It's-
catch up. Oh, you're good.
It's just all how you want. I mean, if you want it slow, play classic. If you want it fast, play. You can do both and
Right.
have fun at both. You don't need to like
Man,
bash on.
oh yeah, absolutely. No, I've given up on it. I don't talk bad about it anymore. But I think like where the misconception came, why everybody felt like they were getting their arm twisted is because I'd come back to retail. The reason I came back to retail is because I wanted to play vanilla WoW. I wanted to experience what I experienced back then, and I didn't. And so that's why I got rubbed the wrong way. I'm like, retail sucks. It's not how it used to be. Retail sucks. It's not how it used to be. And that's what I always wanted to play. So I think that's where a lot of the misconception comes for everybody that's just bashing the game because they want to play classic and they need to realize it's a different game. You can't compare the two. I mean, we're getting classic back now, so there's no
Yeah,
reason.
it was a death by 1,000 cuts scenario when it comes to why current's back.
Right. So Blake said, I just went all over my damn house looking for a webcam. Blake, you coming on and you didn't find one? Hey, you don't have to have a webcam. It's totally optional. But if you want to come on for the next 10 minutes and talk about, this is optional. You got 10 minutes, bro. Blow me away. Give me a little bit of story time. Or if you just want to catch the next one, that's totally cool too. But I got 10 minutes if you want to do it. You can. But me and Goat are finishing off our speed date. It's been a long speed date, but
Yeah, I like to take my time on dates, so sorry about that.
no, dude. I'm happy that you wanted to come on as long as you did. Yeah, Blake, tell me next time if you want to see your face. You've got good stories, Blake. Seriously, if you've got good stories, I gotta go in 10 minutes. I can't promise you anything. I'm not gonna bring you on. Just because I wanna hear those stories. But I'm gonna be streaming every day in the month of August, so I'll definitely get you on at some point.
I actually just had a slight memory of a story.
Let me hear it, dude. Yeah, no, you're finishing us off anyway, so let's hear it.
So in vanilla, I don't remember her name, but there was a female night elf priest.
Yeah.
And it was confirmed to actually be a female player, or at least that was a big enough
One of the
rumor
few.
that might as well be true.
We got a female, everybody. She's actually a real female. Everybody knew
Yeah.
all the female players on their servers, right?
It's true. They did. They just knew. I don't know how, but they did, and they told me, and I was like, okay.
We heard her talk. She's real.
But she was like an extreme ganker. Like, would gank lobies all day long, and every time she'd gank you, she'd blow you a kiss. Like you'd be in Ventrilo and be like, oh, this bitch just fucking ganked me, and oh, she just blew a kiss at me. That's hilarious. They're like, oh, was it this person? And they'd yell her name. I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? She's like, she does that all the time.
Wow.
Really remember your name.
Oh man, that's super neat. I love
That
that.
server reputation is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, server
I'm
rep, absolutely.
excited for every time Olive, that's my girlfriend, her name's Olive, or that's gonna be her character.
Yeah.
Every time we kill someone, they're just gonna get double cannibalized, and it's gonna be hilarious.
That's dope, dude. And you're gonna be known as the duo that double cannibalizes everybody.
Yeah, we're just Goat and Olive. That's gonna be it. Just straight up Goat and Olive.
Goat and Olive. You got simple names to remember too. That's perfect, dude.
Yeah, we're cutting down because I'm normally Goat Man. Like that's been my gamer tag since RuneScape.
Nice.
Before vanilla.
Nice.
Little story there. I was on a school field trip, probably 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
And we were heading to a petting zoo, and this goat just followed me around. And then I came home and made a character named Goatman, Goatman. That name, Goattman. Forever Goatman, ever since.
That's hysterical, dude. That's good stuff.
People have made me T-shirts that say Goatman on them.
Shut up. Dude, the way my name came about, Grace for Days, my cousin actually, this was a long time ago, like when I was in 6th grade. He called me Grace for Days for some reason. Grace for Days. And little did I know, 6 or 7 years later, I'd be using it as my tag, so.
Dude, they stick with you. Like my Xbox Live tag is Goatman with 2 T's. That's like an 8-year-old account or something now, maybe longer.
So are you going to reserve both names, though? I mean, I know your main, you're going to have Goat. You're going to go ahead and get
the
Goatman?
priest is going to be Goat, the hunter is going to be Goatman, and the warrior is going to be Mommy.
Nice, nice. I'm still not sure about my 3 names. I'm definitely going to get Grace for Days. I'm also going to do a lot of iterations of Grace for Days, but I'm not going to reserve those. I wanted to do Leroy Jenkins and Chuck Norris just because, but I
Good luck.
Oh, I know. So there's actually a strategy. There's a new meta for reserving your name, right?
No. This
So
could be good.
Well, it's not as impressive as I'm making it sound. But no, for everybody that's trying to reserve a name, especially if it was Chuck Norris or Leroy Jenkins or Bob or Mary, any basic name, whenever you get on the name reservation, don't even swag them out. You just got to instantly take the name. You don't set your character up or anything. You reserve the name, and then whenever you get in on classic servers, delete your character and then make your character with the right specs right afterwards. Just a little tip. But yeah, totally. I want to see people. Man, if I had the time, I want to see how many of the big streamers get their names taken by everybody else. That's gonna be hysterical. That's gonna be.
It really depends on what time they let us reserve name.
Yeah.
I might be at work. I might be screwed.
Right.
I will.
Right. Yeah. No.
I don't have a super common name. I'm not too worried about it, but it is what.
Well, yeah. Well, I actually, now that I'm thinking of it, those streamers aren't gonna announce their server until they reserve their own name. I'm sure. That's annoying.
Yeah. Also, if anyone was listening, looking at that late night West Coast guild, we're thinking about rolling on Scarm server.
There you go. So they haven't.
Nothing official yet.
Yeah. They haven't. Oh, on Scarm server, you're saying?
Yeah, Scarms.
With
Scarm
tips
tank,
out.
that
He's
guy.
with tips out, right?
Oh fuck, is he?
Yeah, dude, your plans just got ruined.
Ooh, no. I'm glad you said that. Never mind. We're not gonna roll on Scarm server.
Why'd you want to play with Scarm? Just because?
He just seemed like not a gigantic YouTuber, and he doesn't really. And he would draw PvE players.
For sure. Enough attention. Yeah. That's fair.
I didn't realize he was gonna be with tips.
Yeah, dude, I think he is. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going with Cargos and Def Camp and Melderon, but I've got a contingency plan. I'm thinking on phase 2. I think I'm gonna re-roll on my own server.
At least you're a content creator who can call on some sort of help. I'm just Goat.
I'm just Goat walking through the world. Goat man. Oh, dude.
Might as well be Joe Dirt walking around.
You got. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have an army behind me at all times. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't.
I'm gonna have a rogue behind me.
I don't.
Come on.
No, seriously, man. If I could have it if I could have it my way, I wouldn't roll with these guys. I'd do it on a fresh server that, just like I did back in the day, and just experience the game raw. Cameron Sand said, "What's wrong with tips? LOL. Nothing. He just
how many
wouldn't roll on the same
people he's
server.
gonna draw and the
Yeah.
type of people. I'm not a big streamer fan. Like, I don't
Yeah.
watch Twitch. Any
For
streams I watch are on YouTube, mostly because I can listen to them with my headphones with background
sure.
play.
Exactly. No, I feel that. I feel that. I wouldn't roll on big streamer servers just because I'm hoping that Cargos doesn't pull in I don't think he's gonna have a toxic army though, and I don't even. I shouldn't throw words around like that, but it's gonna be crazy on those servers, on those big servers. I don't think Cargos
the
is
classic
gonna draw the same thing.
WoW.live servers, they seem. I don't feel like they're gonna be. For some reason, I feel like Tips and obviously Asmongold and Soda Pop and all them are gonna draw some fucking animal.
Right, some animals. Which that's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, I think you're right. The Classic WoW.live is gonna be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more. I'm just hoping that we have enough Alliance players on the opposing side. I hope people just pick the server unknowingly, that they don't realize they're rolling on the same server as Classic WoW.live. But yeah, most of us are playing together.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I have a feeling that a lot of us who are like constantly looking at content creators and all that other stuff are kind of in a bit of an echo chamber when it comes to. I think there's going to be a lot more players that just aren't looking into it or doing lots of research.
Right.
So they're just going to be like that Reddit poll that Def Camp took the other day.
How many did it get? Nothing?
Well, it had 5,600 people that did the poll, and people were like talking about the numbers like that was going to be super. That's not even a server worth of people.
Right. No, dude, I'm with you on that completely. There's going to be so many people that roll on Asmongold's, and I think all of them are going together. Asmon, SFan, Stay Safe, Tips Out. I swear, I think they're all going on a mega server together. There's going to be so many people that don't realize I'm joining their server. There's going to be so many people that don't realize they're joining these big servers. That's what I think. But we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be the same case for us. I don't think many people are going to know that ClassicWoW.live is rolling on a server together. But we'll see.
Yeah, the guy in chat whose name is a bunch of...
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Tips. I like Tips. I like his content. He seems like a good guy. He does good interviews and all that stuff. Again, I don't watch streams.
Right.
So only his YouTube videos. It's just the people that do watch his streams constantly are what I don't want to play with.
That's fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't want to play in a community that's altered like that. Because it's not going to have the original vanilla feel. Which, I mean, it doesn't have to, I guess. It's all going to be a different experience this time around.
It won't. Like Cargos has said a million times, where it's vanilla with sprinkle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It won't be vanilla WoW. Well, let's see.
People like Mad Season have all those videos about things that are going to be different. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Nope. No, it's true. It's true. I talk about it a million times, dude. I talk about it all the time, how classic and vanilla are going to be two different experiences, by a million times over. Yeah, Blake, however, I feel that for sure. However, the content they have on the big streamer servers, such as like dual contests and such, would be fun to be a part of. Absolutely. No, and
yeah, it would.
Blake makes a good point. That's what I'm really excited about being in, on my server. I'm going to be doing a lot of community events. That it would be fun to take part in a lot of things that are going to go on. Like not even just dueling tournaments. We're going to do a Saturday event. Who can clear dead mines first with fresh characters? Go. So it's like who can get the best 5-man group that's going to be able to clear dead mines at the lowest level. What's the gear that I got to get ready for dead? You know what I mean? So events like that, I guess they can happen.
You can do those events cross server.
Right, you're exactly right, and that's my intention on doing a lot of content is creating content that's cross server. That you're absolutely right. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Especially if you're playing Horde. I mean, you can't roll Alliance on your same server if it's PvP.
Yeah, the only thing is you gotta trust that people. I guess for the people that clear it, you have to have like video proof. that they didn't get boosted or they didn't get items from their main characters and stuff like that. Or they didn't start with a higher level character than level 1. So there's a couple of things that you got to work around, but it's possible to do server-wide or cross-server events, which I'm totally interested in. I think that's going to be the biggest hit. And like my 3-man dungeon meta, yeah, that's going to be cross-server. That's going to be worldwide. If you can have video proof of speedrunning naked at a certain level, yeah, you qualify. So that's what's really intriguing about getting something done like that. It's not just going to be...
Even your player-made quests can be done cross-server.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, you're right. I don't know how we would register or go on to the next step. It might just be a one-step kind of thing. But yeah, I could put a riddle out. Oh, you're right, dude. No, absolutely. Absolutely. If you type in the right code to this server, you're going to get X response. And it could be... Oh, dude, you're genius.
And a lot of it would be done through Discord, too. You wouldn't
absolutely.
exactly have to have someone on every server at every...
No. You could say, hey, join this Discord server, put in your answer, and if you put in the right answer on this channel, you're going to get this response. Dude, nice. Nice, Goat Man. You're killing it with the ideas, dude.
Yep. That's content I get to enjoy later, so I love putting into it.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm gonna be a big driver for that kind of content, dude. Hey, I really appreciate you coming on, Goat. I'm hitting this 2-hour mark. I've got plans this afternoon. Goat Man, thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out on the stream. I think everybody enjoyed you. It was nice. It's so nice to have, like, again, that's the beautiful thing about trying to get people in the community to talk, because I never would have heard this from our Goodnight Azeroth stream. And so it's really cool that I get to talk to members of the community. And I hope that I can pull this off every single day, Monday through Friday, the month of August. Guys, Goatman absolutely killed it. You don't have any plugs, Goatman? You're just another player?
Just Goat.
Just Goat. Just Goat, ladies and gentlemen.
Doing my Goat thing. I guess I should get to work then, huh?
You should, but Goatman, for the nearly hour that you spent online with us today, I don't know how long you were on, but for the amount of time that you were on today, you won the $20 Amazon gift card. Thanks for being a part of it. Send me your email in the DMs, and you can cash that thing away.
Oh, right on, man. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to be here. I mean, I have lots of crazy ideas for stuff, and the most I can normally do is just write a comment in a stream or on a video and hope someone sees.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That makes me happy. That's why I'm doing this. I want to give you a voice. I want to give everyone a voice that's in the community. I'm going to be doing this every day the month of August. Seriously, Goat just gave me ideas of how I'm going to implement community events in the future. And so if you've got something special that you want to hear, that you want me to hear, and relay that information on, like, dude, all these ideas, this is going to our ClassicWoW.live server. And then it's hopefully going to get put into motion. But we'll have some more spicy topics in the future. And the idea is to have 5 people come on back to back and tell me why we should have BC Wrath of the Lich King, or why we should have Classic Plus, for X reasons, right? So
also, cool. Something that I'm gonna put out there for everybody, and even you, to bring up on your next podcast.
Absolutely.
We need more discussions on good ways to deal with, because yeah, it's obviously DKP or Loot Council.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more nuance and minutia to that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Apparently, Egregious and Navik in our ClassicWoW.live crew, they put together a leveling guide. They're going hardcore in our guild. They have a new loot system. They said it's not DKP, it's not anything else. It's totally fabricated, from the bottom up by these guys. Apparently, it's supposed to be one of the best systems out there. I think ClassicWoW.live is going to introduce it either at launch or in the coming weeks. But if it's not discussed, there's already been some type of solution. So I will say that. I don't know if it's going to be the right one, but we can talk about that. It could still be a talking point, talking about loot council and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of where my guild is at. I wanted to do Loot Council. One of the other officers wants to do EKP.
Right.
Compromise where
what
we're going to do is take certain best in slot weapons off the DKP list and put those as Loot Council, but everything else is DKP.
Yeah.
Should prevent hoarding, or at least help prevent hoarding for major weapons, so people actually gear up and not just wait for weapons.
Right. No, absolutely.
But-
This loot council is going to be insane. Or not loot council. This loot system is going to be pretty sick. I heard that it's. I don't know. I wish I could talk about it. I wish I knew about it. But no, Goatman, thanks for coming on, seriously. And I hope to see you again, like on whatever topics we have in the future. If you're not painting houses, man, I'd love for you to I'd love for you to come on and talk on whatever we're on.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't normally wait this long to go to work, but
It's
I
all
kinda have
good.
some
Like I said,
short day today. Anyways.
you got $20 out of it at least. Thanks, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
being
man.
on.
Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll see you next time, Goat.
Take it easy.
Yeah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Goat, he absolutely killed it. And he did win that $20 for today. That's, man, every time I come on stream, the first day was pretty neat. Second day was a little bit slow. Yesterday we killed it. Today was slow, if you could call it that, but Goat came on and talked for nearly an hour. And that's really why I have this stream set up, so I can start. It's just making me happy and more motivated to continue doing these streams, and really for Classic WoW coming out. I'm thrilled with how it's come out. Blake, you're coming on tomorrow, bro, and you're bringing some liquor or some beer. I'm more of a beer guy myself. I try to avoid liquor just because. One shotgun, one beer bong. I'll shotgun a brewski. I'll snake a brewski. And a sipper. Sipping. You gotta go buy a webcam. Blake, I can't promise you that $20 Amazon gift card, but if you go buy a webcam for this stream, I might just give it to you. Drunk stream, Gray's gonna be banned so early. I try to avoid, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do about drunk streams. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that on stream. We'll see. It would be wild, to say the least. You think I laugh a lot now? Cameron Sands, I got tomorrow off. I'll be stopping in for sure. Absolutely. I'd love to hear from you again, Cameron. As long as I have my Jim Beam. Finish it off. Yeah, for sure. What's a good webcam to get? See, I got the Logitech 1080p. I got it from Best Buy. It's a $100 webcam. Really just a HD cam. I don't know. If you're just getting a webcam for this one-time use, that's $100 going toward. I mean, I don't know. Classic's coming out. You might do some sessions with your guilds. I mean, I know it gets pretty personal. You might end up using the webcam for later things. Or you might get into content. I don't know what you want to do. Be a streamer, make videos. Yeah, dude, if you buy a $100 webcam tomorrow, I'm giving you the freaking $20. Now, don't let that deter anyone that comes on tomorrow. We'll have a topic again for tomorrow. Cameron Sands Gray, have you ever watched Drunk History? I have not. Do they get drunk and talk about history? Or they just get drunk and the rest was history? Dude, Frost drunk stream is so funny. Frostadamus did a drunk stream? Shut up. I can't imagine. That's what you're talking about, right? Frostadamus? I can't imagine him doing a drunk stream. I've done drunk LFR streams in BFA. Goat, nice. He spilled beer all over his PC. Is that why he hasn't posted a video in a month? Blake, however, I do plan on streaming. That's what's up. Oh, nice. Didn't know Graves turns into a hysterical laughing cheerleader when he's drunk. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. It's this times 10. Steamy and streamy. That's awesome, dude. Wait, mine's a Logitech 1080p. Did I spend $100 on this thing? I bet you did. I bet you did, Go. That's what I spent. It was probably like $80 actually. That's really funny. You need to check it out. It's hilarious. I'll have to go look. Is it on his YouTube or it's on his Twitch? I'm sure he probably didn't post it on YouTube. His YouTube's pretty clean and professional. Not that. I don't know. Maybe getting drunk on stream is professional. Maybe that's the meta. Maybe drunk streams are what you're supposed to do nowadays. God, I'll check it out. He didn't do a drunk stream on purpose, but he got wasted over time during the stream, and you could tell he turned into a different person. Oh man, I might dip into it a couple months after Classic comes out, whenever I got a little bit of breathing room. But it's pretty. We're getting down the line and trying to get things done. I'm trying to get this dungeon guide list done before Classic comes out, so I don't have time to get drunk very much. But all right, boys, got to go to work. Thanks for having me. I'll catch you next time. Goat, thank you so much for coming on, dude. Seriously, it was a joy getting to talk to you, man. But yeah, guys, for everyone, if you're watching right now, thanks for tuning in, seriously, and being a part of the conversation. It made the stream so much better, and it's the sole purpose why I want to do these streams. So I really do thank you for being a part of this. If you haven't hit the follow already, hit the follow so you're notified every Monday through Friday in the month of August whenever I go live on these things, and then eventually into Classic. If you want to check out my dungeon guides, they're on YouTube. You know the whole story. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. But, all right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Goat actually absolutely killed it. We had Quick Play on earlier. I want to plug Quick Play one more time. He's got a Twitch stream. We're going to be duo leveling together on the launch of Classic. It's going to be live. We're doing a 40-hour stream. It is committed. We're doing a 40-hour stream because I have class at 41 hours that I can't skip. So I'm going to do a 40-hour stream, go to class, then go to sleep, and then continue the grind after that. But, yeah, thanks, everybody, for watching. Much love, Gray. You're going to fall in love with me on our date. Blake, I hope so, man. My expectations are up here now. Divorce your future wife and take me. Blake, we'll see you after tomorrow, bro. I don't know what the topic's going to be yet. I'll probably put a poll out on YouTube, so go ahead and subscribe. You'll get that community post tomorrow morning. I'm going to finish up. I got to go out of town, actually, this afternoon. I'm going to finish up that RFK guide. I just got all the PowerPoint slides done, forum posts done, and I got to piece together. The video is the easiest part to do. And then just talk over it, and I'll have the RFK guide out. Then I'm doing Razorfin Downs. Guys, it's a blast. I gotta go. Seriously, thanks for stopping in and watching the stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. 2-hour stream. Alright, guys. Peace out.